Hi, welcome back guys. This is your sensei, back with another fanfiction. This is the first part of What if Naruto becomes the second Kaido? Now before starting, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you want more videos like this. Now let's get into the fanfic. Chapter 1. The day Minato and Kushina faced challenges. Namikaze Uzumaki Naruto, the firstborn of triplets, is the son of the fourth Hokage, Minato, and the formidable Kushina. He is our main character. Due to unexpected events on the night of their birth, Naruto's chakra network became clogged. Despite being an Uzumaki, his chakra abilities are limited to basic techniques like tree and water walking, transformation jutsu, body replacement jutsu, and clone jutsu. As a result, he struggles against bullying from his younger siblings, Menma and Naruto. However, he remains grateful for being the child of two respected shinobi, as the villagers dare not mistreat him. At just 5 years old, Naruto senses his parents' lack of interest in training him. They often forget about him, focusing their attention on his siblings. Feeling like an outcast, he stops seeking their approval and instead dedicates himself to self-training by studying books and scrolls in his father's study. Menma and Naruto each possess a fragment of the Kyuubi's spirit. Menma has the yang half, while Naruto has the yin half. Although it is said that a Jinchuriki would perish if the bijou is extracted, Kushina survived due to a portion of the Kyuubi's chakra being sealed back into her after the triplets were born. On the triplets' 8th birthday, Minato and Kushina made a decision that would alter their relationship with Naruto forever. Thank you all for coming to celebrate my and Kushina's children's birthday with us, Minato announced. I would like to present my gift to my son, Menma. I have decided to make him the heir of the Namikaze clan, Kushina added, and I give my blessings to my daughter, Naruto, as she will be the heiress of the Uzumaki clan. The guests applauded, honoring the decisions of the two Uzuka's parents. Menma and Naruto felt proud to be the legitimate heirs of their clans. Jiraiya and Tsunade, chosen as godparents, presented their gifts to the two, unintentionally overlooking Naruto. Feeling excluded, Naruto left the party and wandered into the forest of death, unaware that someone was following him. Naruto-kun, what are you doing here? The third Hokage inquired. Do you not know that this place is dangerous? It's your birthday, aren't you going to join them? Naruto, on the verge of tears, replied, They don't need me, Gigi. No one remembered that it's my birthday too. The third Hokage smiled gently. But I remember you, my boy. Here, happy birthday, my grandson. He presented Naruto with a gift. Thank you, Gigi. Thank you. Naruto sobbed, accepting the gift and embracing the old Hokage, releasing his pent-up frustration and disappointment. Chapter 2. A New Discovery. Naruto opened the gift from the old Kage and gasped in surprise. 200 ramen coupons? Best gift ever. Thank you, Gigi, I love it. Hiruzen laughed heartily. I'm glad you like it, my boy. The next morning, Hiruzen prepared to leave after reminding Naruto to stay safe. Remember, do not venture too deep into the forest. It's dangerous. There are many man-eating plants and animals inside. Naruto nodded. Don't worry, Gigi. I promise I'll stay close to the entrance. Hiruzen smiled, assuring Naruto that he would find him an apartment soon, as he was disowned according to Konoha law. As Naruto walked through the forest, lost in thought about the previous night's events, he unknowingly ventured deeper. When he realized where he was, fear struck him, and he decided to turn back. However, something glowing caught his eye. Curiosity piqued, he approached it and discovered a peculiar-looking fruit. Despite its strange appearance, Naruto took a bite. Disgusting! What is this fruit? It tastes terrible, he exclaimed, determined to finish it. After swallowing the last bite, he rushed to the river to wash away the awful taste. Suddenly, a sharp pain invaded his head, causing him to scream in agony as memories flooded in. They are memories of the person who previously ate the strange fruit that he consumed just a little while ago. Naruto, breathing, so it's a devil fruit. Dragon fruit model, Eastern Dragon, previous eater, Kaido of the Beast, Captain Commander of the 100 Beast Pirates. Also one of the infamous Yonko of the Sea and a contender for the next Pirate King. 3 types of haki? Advanced forms? Rokushiki? I can train my body and master this art. I will call it Rokushiki Taijutsu. Perfect. Kaido uses a very dangerous weapon, an iron spike mace. Oh well, I still prefer a big greatsword, but for a non-killing tournament or mission, this will do. Naruto then left the forest and went home. He took all the money he could find in the Yuzuke's house and used it to pay the blacksmith to forge him a big greatsword and spike mace. Chapter 3. Progress, Graduation, Team. Time skip, 4 years. Naruto is now 12 years old. His training over the past 4 years has been very fruitful. He mastered the 6 techniques of Rokushiki Taijutsu: Sor, Shave, Jeppo, Moonwalk, Shurgon, Finger Bullet, Tekai, Iron Body, Rankyaku, Storm Leg, and Rokugan, 6 King Gun. He also mastered the 3 types of haki: Observation, Armament, and King's Haki, but only the first level. The Future Sight, Negative Emotion Sensing of Observation Haki, Super Hard Body of Armament Haki, and Invisible/Invincible Armor of King's Haki still need more training. Naruto also mastered his Dragon Hybrid form and Full Dragon transformation. When the people of Konoha saw the golden-haired, golden-scaled dragon flying in the skies above the village, the Hokage, Shinobi, Anbu, and even Danzo's root came out ready to defend their home. Everyone was in panic mode, which amused the blonde dragon. Now, Naruto is getting ready for his graduation and team placements. Naruto left the Yuzuke's house a week after his birthday. It took his parents 4 months to learn that Naruto was gone and neglected by them. They tried to apologize, but Naruto refused, going as far as to refuse to call them his parents. Irika, congratulations, graduates. Now for your teams. Team 1. Team 7, Haruno Sakura, Yuzuke's Menma, Yuzuke's Naruto, Uchiha Sasuke, and Kaido Naruto. Your senseis are Hatake Kakashi and Yuzuke's Kushina. Menma, frowning Kaido? When did you change your last name, useless waste? Naruto, smiling, isn't it fine? It just means that he is no longer a member of our family. He is nothing after all, so it's better this way. Menma, snorting, you're right, sis. Let's not associate with this loser. Irika, silence. Naruto just smirked. Irika. Team 8, Hyuga Hinata, Inuzuka Kiba, and Aburame Shino. Your sensei is Yuhi Kurenai. Team 9 is still active. Team 10, Yamanaka Ino, Akimichi Choji, and Nara Shikamaru. In this story, Ino is not in love with Sasuke, her crush is Naruto. They met when they were 5 years old when Naruto saved Ino from a barking dog. They became fast friends and grew to like each other without realizing it. He then took her home and wished her good night. Ino gave him a kiss on the cheek as she ran inside the house, blushing. Ino, congratulations, Nair. I was worried for a second when I thought you would fail the exam. It's good that we both passed. Naruto, thanks a lot, Ino-chan. After we meet our senseis, how about we grab a meal at Ichiraka later? Smiling. Ino, blushing, Lily like a did a date? Naruto, blushing, Tia, like a did date. Ino, blushing, hey love too. Chapter 4, Bell Test. Time skip. Next day after the introduction. Kakashi, your final exam is to take these 4 bells from me and Kushina-san. There are only 4 bells because one of you will go back to the academy, meaning one of you will fail. Now begin. After hearing the confirmation that the exam has officially begun, the genins disappeared to hide. Naruto, however, took action. Naruto, Soru, Tekai, Goken. Naruto vanished with astonishing speed, then reappeared as his iron-like fist drilled into Hatake Kakashi's stomach. Kakashi, screaming, "Eh!" Kakashi screamed in pain, failing to react and being sent flying. He rolled to the ground and lost consciousness. Naruto once again vanished using Soru and appeared next to the unconscious Jonin, taking the 2 bells from his sensei's body and putting them in his breed's pockets. Naruto turned around and met the gaze of the disbelieving Kushina. No, pointing, you are next, Uzumaki-sensei. Are you ready? Please don't disappoint me like Hatake-san who can't take a punch like a man. Kushina gulped, nervous just from looking at Naruto. Then she thought, is he still my son? Sakura, gasping, he knocked Kakashi-sensei out? Sasuke, the dobe is hiding his real skills. Menma, I will not accept it. He wasn't trained by dad and mom, yet he became this strong. Naruto, I will not accept it either. The battle. Naruto untied his forehead protector and put it down to cover his eyes. His action confused Kushina and the 4 genins watching. Kushina, confused, what are you doing, Naruto? Naruto, covering my eyes to sharpen my senses. I'm going to treat this exam as part of my training. Please don't mind me. I'm done. If you are ready, come. Menma, gritting his teeth, this guy is looking down on him. Kushina didn't like being treated as a weakling, even by her own son. Child or not, she would make him pay the price for his arrogance. Kushina summoned her 6 adamantine chakra chains and controlled them to attack Naruto. Naruto demonstrated his strength by continuously evading Kushina's chains. With his eyes covered, he advanced toward her, running, walking, jumping, and parrying. Nothing could slow his progress. After 2 hours of evasion, Naruto grew bored and decided it was time to end the exam. In a swift dash, he snatched the bells from Kushina's waist just as the alarm clock signaled the end of the test. Kushina sighed, wondering how Naruto had become so strong without her and Minato's training. She pushed that thought aside and went to knock on Kakashi's door, delivering a swift kick to his stomach to wake him. What happened? Kakashi asked, groggy. Naruto alone beat us and took all the bells, Kushina replied. Kakashi's eyes widened. What? So the test is over and I was unconscious for hours. Sasuke interjected, wait. I will not accept that the dobe passed while I did not. Hey dobe, give me one of the bells. I demand you teach me your moves. Menma added, as the heir of the Namikaze clan, I also order you to give me one of the bells and teach me your moves. Naruto chimed in, give me a bell too, and I demand the same. Sakura declared, my mother is a member of the council, so it's only right that I pass too. Their Jonin senseis and the hokages watching from a distance were disappointed by the genin's attitudes and could only sigh. Naruto looked at them, unimpressed. Pathetic weaklings who think they can demand everything just because they want it. If you want the bells, fight me. Show me you deserve it. Are you all bark and no bite? His words ignited their anger. You're on, they shouted, charging at him. Despite their combined efforts, they couldn't land a hit on Naruto, who remained blindfolded. He relied solely on his observation haki, while they exhausted themselves with attacks. How disappointing, Naruto remarked. Except for Haruno, I expected more from the clan heirs. Alas, I expected too much. The 4 genin gritted their teeth in silence, aware that in the shinobi world, the strong prevailed. Naruto tossed all 4 bells to them, surprising everyone watching. You can have them. Can't have clan heirs fail the final exam, it would disappoint a lot of people. He turned to the 2 jonin. With this, we pass, right? Sakura, confused, asked, what do you mean we? You gave us the bells, so that means you failed, right? Naruto shook his head. The final exam isn't just about taking the bells, it's about teamwork. Do you really think freshly graduated genins can defeat 2 A-rank shinobi and former Anbu captains? You're not thinking clearly. Naruto added, but you defeated them. By surprise, yes. They underestimated me. I'm somewhat of a special case, Naruto replied. Kakashi smiled. Naruto is right. Congratulations. Kushina beamed. You all pass. Team 7 is now an official team. Team 7 had completed many D-rank missions over the past 2 months, and now they were on their way to their first C-rank mission, skirting a self-proclaimed elite bridge builder named Tazuna to his home in the Wave Country. As they traveled, they noticed a suspicious puddle of water a short distance away, except for Naruto, who had sensed something amiss even before they spotted it. Come on, you two, he said, addressing the hidden ninjas. You can disguise yourselves as rocks or trees, but you chose a puddle of water when it hasn't rained for weeks. Idiots. Come out. You may have fooled my teammates, but not me. 2 masked ninjas emerged, shocking the other genin. You're a censor, brat? Huh. So what? You will still die here, one of the ninjas taunted. Let's go, the other shouted. Naruto grinned. Come, Sky Splitter Greatsword. With a burst of speed, he vanished and appeared behind the first ninja, swinging his sword and cutting the enemy in half. Naruto used Soru again, appearing behind the second enemy just as he had with the first. He stabbed his greatsword into the enemy's back, piercing through to his chest and ending his life. The two Jonin noticed Naruto's calm demeanor even after taking 2 lives, which worried Kushina. Kushina, are you okay, Naruto? You just... Naruto, killed 2 people? They came here to kill the bridge builder and us for skirting him. They should be ready to die if they fail their mission. What I did isn't killing, Kushina-sensei, I call it protection. Sakura, but do you really need to kill them? With your strength and speed, you could subdue them easily and tie them up, right? Naruto shook his head. Do you really think that's possible? They are experts with weapons. If we tie them up and leave them here, they will escape before the backup arrives to take them to Konoha. And what if they seek revenge and go after Tazuna's family? We will leave after our mission is over, but what about them? If these 2 decide to kill his family, who will save them? You, Sakura? You, Sasuke? Or you, Kushina-sensei? Kakashi-san? Sometimes, taking a life to protect the innocents is not wrong. Isn't that what Konoha always preaches? Kill even your family if they want to harm the village? As Jonin, you should know this. He turned to the genins. If you are a ninja, sooner or later, you will be given an assassination mission, so get used to it. The genins lowered their heads, understanding the truth in his words, yet they only thought of their mission and not the bigger picture. Now, the team had to decide whether to continue or not. Naruto's words had a deep impact on the 2 Jonin and Tazuna. They felt pride for Naruto, but Kakashi, these 2 are known as the Demon Brothers. They work for Momochi Zabuza, a borderline S-rank nuke-nin. He looked at Kushina. Kushina nodded. Who knows if their employer has only Zabuza on their side? This mission is no longer a C-rank but an A-rank or low S-rank one. Sorry, Tazuna-san, but we are only a new team. We can't allow these kids to go on a high-level mission they are not ready for yet. We have to go back, no negotiations. Kakashi asked the genins to prepare to return. Sasuke and Menma protested, but when faced with Kushina's stern demeanor, they relented. Sakura and Naruto sighed in relief. Tazuna, desperate, pleaded, please, I beg you, shinobis. If Gato is given 1 more year to rule over Wave, many people will die. Please, I beg you. Kushina's expression softened. I'm really sorry, forgive us. Naruto placed a reassuring hand on Tazuna's shoulder. Lead the way, Tazuna. I will help you. I alone am more than enough. Tazuna, tears in his eyes, exclaimed, Thank you, kid. Thank you. Kakashi interjected, Naruto, don't joke around. This is not something a single genin can accomplish alone. As your sensei, I order you to follow our decision and return with us to Konoha. Naruto replied firmly, No, I will not turn a blind eye to someone I know I can help. I will complete this mission with or without the team's help. You can report my disobedience to the Hokage. They can decide my punishment later. Until then, I will do what I think is right, and that is to free Wave from Gato. Tazuna, climb on my back. We will arrive in Wave in a flash, so hold on tight. Tazuna complied, and Naruto activated Geppo, kicking the air with astonishing speed. They soared above the trees, heading toward Wave. Naruto and Sakura cheered, How manly! Kushina bonked them on the head. Disobeying your sensei's orders isn't manly in the slightest. Menma and Sasuke chimed in, Mom/Kakashi, tell that dope to teach us his moves. It's unfair that he knows amazing techniques while we don't. Naruto suggested, Why don't we ask Dad for Naruto's punishment? He can't refuse the Hokage's orders, right? Menma grinned. Impressive thinking, lovely sister. Sasuke smirked. It's a plan then. Sakura added, Let's go back to Konoha to start the plan. The 2 Jonin shivered, realizing that these crafty kids would represent the next generation of shinobis in Konoha. The rest of Team 7 was on their way back home. After landing, Naruto sensed two presences. One was hiding in the bushes to their right, while the other was sneaking up behind them. The figure behind them pulled out a giant sword and swung, aiming for Naruto's neck. When the sword struck, it produced a clang, like two metals clashing. The two unknown presences were shocked. Naruto, your sword is dull. It cannot cut my neck. By the way, won't you tell your friend hiding over there to come out too? I'm a censor. I already discovered you two before we landed. Are you with Kaido? Zabuza, Haku, come out. Haku emerged from hiding, wearing an oversized kimono and a Kiri umbu mask. Naruto observed, from the outline of your body, you are a girl. Am I correct to assume that this is part of your strategy? To do you when things go south? Zabuza replied, I refuse the idea, but Haku just won't listen. And yes, we are indeed sent by Kaido to kill the bridge builder. But kid, you dare to say that my sword is dull? You've got some nerve. Naruto responded, I don't feel a drop of killing intent from you two. It's either you are good at masking your intent or you're only doing this mission to help someone. And I believe that someone is not Kaido, right? Tazuna replied, maybe he's doing it for Kirigakure? I heard before that a guy named Zabuza gathered some of his strong and trusted friends to assassinate the tyrant Mizukage, Yagura. But they lost, and only Zabuza managed to escape alive. Naruto interjected, Kaido has nothing but money. You need his money to buy weapons to arm the rebel army, am I right? I admire your determination, but you will only die if we fight. So, I have a proposal for you. Why don't I help you take down the Mizukage? In exchange, you will help me guard my client Tazuna here and his family. Deal? I will also help you deal with Kaido, as I know that a miser like him won't spend his precious money to pay you for your service. I will liberate Wave Country from his control, and you can have his money. Only half, though, the other half will be given to Wave to recover and stabilize their economy. Two birds with one stone, how about it? Zabuza considered the proposal. Your proposal is indeed good and tempting. But if you want to convince me to switch sides, then do it with your actions, not with words. Naruto chuckled. Of course, how silly of me. Survive this then. King's Haki. An invisible, unstoppable force attacked the demon of the mist. The King's Haki struck not his physical body but his spirit. Zabuza knelt down as if a heavy weight had hit him, coughing up blood. Zabuza-sama. Stop. Please, stop. Haku cried. Naruto paused. That was the King's Haki. Don't worry, I made sure to tone down the force to a level bearable for you. How about it, convinced? Zabuza, breathing, replied, co-convinced. Tazuna was shocked that Naruto had defeated the demon of the mist using only his intent. The new team, which they decided to call Team Sword, arrived at Tazuna's house and began introducing themselves to Tsunami, Tazuna's daughter. But why do they have different village symbols on their forehead protectors? Tsunami asked, confused. Zabuza and Haku were also puzzled as to why a 12 to 13-year-old genin was alone skirting a client on a mission outside his village. Tazuna sighed. The team Naruto-kun belongs to canceled the mission when they found out that the mission level increased from A to S rank after fighting two B-rank Nukenin from Kiri. They recognized that the two ninjas serve Zabuza-san here. Only Naruto-kun decided to continue the mission and help us, even though his two sensei threatened him with court-martial for disobeying them. He still continued without them. Finally, he managed to convince these two to help us overthrow Kaido. The three of them widened their eyes. Tsunami thanked Naruto for protecting her father and helping them in their country's situation, even though he could have turned his back like his team. Zabuza smirked. I can't help but admire you, Gaki. What are the names of your two sensei, so I can flaunt it to their faces that they turned back because they were afraid of me? Haku sighed. Zabuza-sama. Naruto laughed. Their names are Hatake Kakashi and the wife of the fourth Hokage, Uzumaki Kushina. Everyone gasped. Are you sure, Naruto-kun? Tsunami exclaimed. Even I've heard of their names. They are well-known shinobi, especially Kushina-sama. Tazuna nodded. The boy is telling the truth, Tsunami. I was there when they accepted the mission, and I was with them until halfway here. Zabuza laughed heartily. To think that Kakashi of the Sharingan and the Red Death Kushina cancelled the mission because of me. There is nothing I can feel right now but extreme happiness. I'm so proud of myself. Oh, how I love my life. Everyone's sweat dropped. That evening, Naruto told Haku to stay and guard Tazuna's family while he and Zabuza went to Gato's hideout to confront him and take his assets. Haku reluctantly agreed, even though she also wanted to fight alongside them. Tazuna and Tsunami expressed their worries, urging them to be careful and not underestimate their enemies. At Gato's hideout, they arrived at a place filled with thugs, bandits, mercenaries, and some low-level Chunin guarding the area. Is Gato really so paranoid that he requires this many people to guard him? Naruto remarked. Zabuza replied, he is not known as one of the world's wealthiest men for nothing. He has so much money to employ this many people to keep himself safe. Naruto closed his eyes and used his observation haki to assess the situation. There are a total of 451 enemies here, including Gato. 230 of them are awake and guarding his hideout, including the people we see outside. His strongest guards are 5 B-rank Chunin, but they are not a threat to us. As for Gato himself, he is sleeping on the 3rd floor, and all 5 Chunin are standing outside his room. Zabuza nodded. You're right, he is paranoid. Now then, are we sneaking in or going for a frontal assault? Frontal assault, of course, Naruto declared. The 2 ninjas calmly approached the hideout, but as they got close, they were noticed by the guards on the walls. Zabuza? Where is your par? One thug began. King's Haki. Fall. Naruto interrupted. Before the thug could finish his sentence, the King's Haki struck. The people in the hideout, both inside and outside, fell one by one. Naruto and Zabuza acted quickly, incapacitating the unconscious enemies with their swords. Everyone fell, except for the prisoners and Gato himself. The King's Haki that Naruto used this time was many times stronger than the one he used against Zabuza. Even the 5 B-rank hired ninjas fell unconscious, having been incapacitated without exception. Zabuza and Naruto stood in front of Gato's room. Zabuza kicked the door open, nearly hitting Gato, whose anger was quickly replaced by shock as he noticed Zabuza's fist close to his face. With a swift motion, Gato spun around before hitting the floor, his nose broken and bleeding, leaving him unconscious. Zabuza grabbed Gato by the neck, and together with Naruto, they led the prisoners and slaves out of the place. They were heading back to Tazuna's home, bringing with them Gato's bank accounts and business transfer documents. Tazuna and his family were shocked when Naruto and Zabuza returned with a large group of people. The individuals looked lifeless, as if they had lost all hope. Understanding Tazuna's unspoken thoughts, Naruto spoke up. These are the people that Gato and his men imprisoned and treated worse than animals, Tazuna-san. And here is the main culprit behind it all. Zabuza threw Gato in front of Tazuna, Tsunami, and Inari, Tsunami's son. Tazuna's eyes widened at the sight of the beaten Gato, realizing the fate that had befallen him was due to their actions. Tazuna looked at Naruto, who nodded in understanding. Tazuna approached the bruised Gato and began to kick him. Tsunami turned away, silently crying, while Inari hugged his mother, tears streaming down his face. The man who had caused them so much pain was finally avenged. When Tazuna stopped, Naruto asked him to gather the people of the Wave Country in the plaza. By noon, the citizens had assembled. Citizens of Nami no Kuni, Naruto called out. My name is Kaido Naruto. This is Momochi Zabuza and Yuki Haku. We are here because our client, Tazuna-san, requested our help to free this country from the tyrant businessman named Gato. And now, I wish to show you that. Zabuza lifted Gato for all to see. We have finally defeated the man who gave you all nightmares. Here he is. Zabuza threw Gato to the crowd. From this day on, Nami no Kuni. You are free. The crowd bowed and cried out, Thank you. Thank you very much for giving us the justice we deserve. Naruto urged them to stand. As I told Tazuna-san, I will not turn a blind eye to those who need my help. Cherish your freedom, and if you need assistance in the future, Do not hesitate to seek me out in Konoha. Team Sword left Nami no Kuni after completing their mission and decided to head to Kirigakure, a shinobi village in Mizu no Kuni. Naruto knew that if he returned to Konoha and faced punishment, he wouldn't be able to keep his promise to Zabuza and Haku to fight for Kiri's freedom. Upon arriving in Kiri, they met one of the most appealing kunoichi in the shinobi world and commander of the rebel force, Mei Terumi, who was also Zabuza's friend and childhood sweetheart. The two planned to have a private conversation later to catch up on lost time. The rebel forces and Team Sword merged, marching toward the Mizukage's camp to launch an offensive attack. The Mizukage side was caught off guard as the rebels unleashed hundreds of explosive kunai. The explosions lit up the camp, destroying several houses and tents. The sheer scale of the explosions was impressive, reminiscent of the work of renowned explosive experts. The blasts resulted in significant casualties among the Mizukage's forces. Mei rallied her comrades. "My brothers and sisters, today, we will free our village and cut the binding chains of hatred known as the Mizukage Yagura. Charge!" The rebels cheered, filled with determination. Mei turned to Zabuza and Naruto. "I leave Yagura to the two of you." Naruto replied, "No, I can handle this. Zabuza-san, stay here and help Mei-sama and the rebel forces fight against Yagura's soldiers." Without giving them a chance to respond, Naruto disappeared, using his speed to locate Yagura. It didn't take long for him to find his target atop the Mizukage Tower. "Judging from the amount of chakra you possess, you are Yagura? The Sanbai Jinchuriki and Mizukage?" "Indeed I am. Who are you, and what are you doing on this battlefield, Konoha brat?" Yagura responded, readying himself. Naruto summoned his spike iron mace, the Sky Smasher. "I have come to Kiri to defeat you, Yagura." With a burst of speed, he appeared in front of Yagura. Caught off guard, Yagura managed to lift his long weapon to defend himself, but Naruto's swing sent him flying into the rubble. The battlefield fell silent as everyone stopped fighting, stunned that this young ninja from Konoha had so easily overpowered the tyrant Mizukage. "Mei, shock Zabuza-kun, you didn't tell me your little friend was this strong." "Zabuza, gulped Mei-chan, I only saw him fight low-level thugs before. This is the first time I've seen him fight like this." In the distance, an explosion of earth and stones erupted. Yagura emerged, transforming into his three-tailed beast hybrid form. "Yagura, how daring of you to hit me, Konoha brat. You will pay for your insolence." Coral release. Coral fist. "Time to die, Gaki." Yagura's fist was coated with hard corals as strong as iron and steel. He charged at Naruto, who coated his spiky mace, Sky Smasher, with armament hockey, turning it blacker than bitumen. They charged at each other, meeting in the middle. Yagura, Coral Strike. Naruto, Raimei Hack. The two techniques collided, creating a powerful shockwave that shook the battlefield, causing shinobi to fall from the impact. As the shockwave subsided, everyone looked at the two combatants in awe. Yagura, still in his hybrid form, was sent flying once again, coughing blood as he hit the ground. Naruto felt disappointed. "Naruto, well, that was disappointing. If you really want to defeat me, then transform into your Biju's full form. You can do it, right?" Yagura struggled to stand, disbelief washing over him. A non-Jinchuriki had overpowered him. His pride wouldn't allow this to continue. With a powerful roar, Yagura transformed into full Biju mode. "Yagura, since you want me to go all out, then have a taste of this." Bijidama. "Mei, Yagura, are you mad? Your supporters are still here. Do you want to endanger them too?" Zabuza. "Naruto? Chuckles, you really think that will scare me?" With a loud roar, he transformed as well. While everyone had a rough idea of the 9 Biju's appearances, they were stunned by the gigantic snake-like form Naruto took on. "Mei? Gasp, is that a real dragon?" Zabuza, shock, "Yes, Mei, I believe it is." Naruto opened his dragon mouth. Blast breath. Naruto unleashed a concentrated fire attack that resembled a giant laser, hitting the Bijudama and pushing it back toward Yagura. Yagura was too shocked to move as his strongest attack was easily overpowered and returned to him. He was struck by both the Bijudama and the blast breath. For the third time in his battle with Naruto, Yugura was sent flying again. This time, the two attacks exploded, and Yugura, caught in the center of the blast, was disintegrated. Isabu, the Sanbai, was finally released from his seal but had no time to celebrate. He emerged in the midst of the explosion, sustaining heavy damage. Isabu, groggy, good thing I was born as a giant turtle. I have an almost indestructible shell. Zabuza, unbelievable, he just vaporized Yugura. This kid is incredibly strong. May, nod yes, but now we have an even bigger problem. The Sanbai is released. Dragon Naruto, do you also wish to fight me? Isabu, no, in fact, I want to thank you for freeing me from the genjutsu that bound both me and my host, Yugura. The genjutsu was so strong that it robbed us of our will and freedom for the past 2 years. So, thank you. This revelation shocked both sides. May, what are you saying? Genjutsu? You and Yugura were controlled? Isabu, yes, by an Uchiha wearing an orange mask with only one eye hole. He also claimed that. Naruto, he is Uchiha Madara, am I right? Everyone looked at Naruto in surprise. Zabuza, you know him, Naruto? Naruto denied, not personally. He is the main culprit for the release of the Kyuubi in Konoha 12 to 13 years ago, the day I was born. The previous container of the Kyuubi was my mother, Uzumaki Kushina. Because of him, my father, the fourth Hokage Minato, made a decision to split the bijou into 2 and seal each half to my siblings. Because of him, my chakra veins were clogged due to complications during my BRH. I promised to find him and make him pay for what he did. Naruto transformed back into his human form, leaving everyone in disbelief. He was the son of the fourth Hokage and the Red Death? His chakra veins were clogged? Did that mean he couldn't use ninjutsu or genjutsu? Zabuza, so that's why you only use taijutsu, kenjutsu, and that dangerous spiky iron mace. Then what was that dragon transformation just now? I don't feel chakra from it, but I also don't know what it is. Naruto, sorry, even I don't know how to explain it. All I know is that I can transform into it after my 8th birthday. Zabuza, one more thing, you are the Hokage's son. Shouldn't your name be Namikaze Uzumaki? Why are you calling yourself Kaido Naruto? Naruto, sad look because I was disowned and banished from the family. I am the eldest of the triplets. I should have become the heir of either the Uzumaki or Namikaze clan, but they gave my right to my younger siblings. In Konoha, there is a law that states if the older sibling isn't named as heir and the right is given to the younger siblings, then he/she is disowned and banished, and her name will be erased from the family records. The reason is because of my clogged chakra pathways. That's why that Madara complex Uchiha is my target and is mine to confront. Everyone can sense his determination and hatred towards the Uchiha, who is the reason his life has become difficult. Isabu, Naruto, if you want, I can heal you. Your chakra veins will be restored like every shinobi here. But because you are an Uzumaki, your chakra will be stronger than the others. You need to train in your chakra control if you don't want to waste it. All you need to do is become my Jinchuriki. Everyone looked at the giant turtle, surprised by his offer. Isabu, out of us 9 bijou, only I can perform healing jutsu. This is possible because I have the highest water affinity, which is essential for learning Irianinjutsu. Naruto, but I am from Konoha. If I become your Jinchuriki, wouldn't it cause problems between our villages? May, it's okay Naruto. Kirigakure still has many internal issues. We need time to stabilize our village and choose the next Mizukage. As we are now, there is nothing valuable we can offer you for helping us other than allowing you to become the Sanbai's Jinchuriki. The rebel army stood close to Mei and knelt. Ayo, right-hand man, Mei-sama, we want you to become Kirigakure's next Mizukage. Please accept it. Rebels, kneeling, please accept our plea, Mizama. Zabuza, smirking, guess that's one problem solved. Naruto and Haku smiled and nodded. Mei had no choice but to accept the people's will and become the village's new Mizukage. Naruto, nodding, okay, I accept your offer. But are you really sure you want to be sealed inside me? Sanbai, not a problem at all. It's better to be sealed in you than to be used again by that Uchiha. Also, among the bijou, Only I and Chome, the Nanabai, Seven Tails, have mild and serene chakra and personalities. So, even if you open the seal to let me out sometimes, you won't endanger your life. And please call me Isabu. Naruto nodded in understanding and then sealed the sanbai into his body. After the successful sealing, Naruto told Zabuza and Mei that he planned to return to Konoha, as he had been away for quite some time, and he didn't want the Hokage to label him as a rogue ninja. Mei, Naruto, as the Mizukage of Kiri, Mei Terumi, grant you honorary citizenship of Kirigakure. If you ever return here to visit or decide to live, you are very welcome. Naruto, bowing, thank you very much, Mihama. I will not forget your kindness. Haku, blushing, Naruto, I want to tell you that I like you. No, I'm in love with you. Will you be my boyfriend? Everyone was taken aback, their eyes widening. Naruto, Haku-chan, thank you for sharing your feelings. But I already have someone I cherish and plan to confess to when I return. Haku, I understand. It's not easy for me to say this, but I am willing to share you if you just accept me, Naruto-kun. Everyone was caught off guard, not expecting Zabuza's adopted daughter to say those words. Zabuza was the most surprised, causing him to cough. Zabuza, Gaki. What did you do to my sweet and lovely daughter? What did you do to Haku? Answer me or you are dead. Naruto, gulping, Zabuza, I promise, I didn't do anything to her. To Haku, Haku-chan, are you really serious? Do you truly love me and want to live in Konoha with me? Haku, nodding, yes, I am serious. But if possible, I want to stay in Kiri for now. The village needs more time to stabilize and return to normal. I can't just leave my father. But when the situation here is under control, I will go to Konoha and find you, I promise. They knew she was genuinely in love with the Konoha ninja, but the village's need for reconstruction was holding her back from pursuing her happiness. Zabuza, recovering, sigh, fine, Gaki. I'll allow you to date Haku. But if you make her cry, you're dead. You hear me? Naruto, nodding, got it. From the first time we met, you became special to me. I've liked you during our travels together. If you are okay with going out with me, then let's become a couple. Haku cried and ran to hug Naruto, and everyone was. Haku, thank you, Naruto-kun. I will be a good girlfriend. Naruto, smiling, and I will be the boyfriend you can be proud of, hung. They shared a kiss, sealing their relationship. Mei, Zabuza, the people of Kiri, and even Isabu congratulated the two lovers and wished them well. The next morning, Naruto said his goodbyes to the people of Kiri. When he stood in front of Haku, he kissed her on the lips. Haku was surprised, not expecting him to kiss her in front of everyone, but she managed to kiss him back, earning the jealousy of the onlookers. Naruto, I promise I will visit you soon. Haku, blushing, nodding, I will wait for you, my love. Naruto took his leave and arrived in Wave Country. Tazuna and the people finally encircled Naruto, insisting he accept their reward for his help. The reward consisted of honorary citizenship to Wave Country and 1/4 of Gato's money, amounting to 10 billion ryo. Gato was one of the world's wealthiest men, with enough money to buy 2 hidden villages. Naruto gasped, Tazuna, everyone, this money is too much for me. Don't you need this to upgrade your village's condition and economy? I'm fine with the first reward. Tazuna smiled, take it my boy, we insist. And you don't need to worry about Wave Country, with all of Gato's businesses and money, it's the least of our worries now. Everyone nodded in agreement, leaving him no choice but to accept the money. Naruto arrived in Konoha and went directly to the Hokage's office to give his report. When he opened the door, he was surprised to see Team 7 and the 3rd Hokage inside. Naruto smiled and greeted Hiruzen, then stood in front of Minato to give his report. Mission accomplished, Hokage-sama. Nami no Kuni is now free from Gato's influence, as I already dealt with him. Team 7, Daikuna, frowned, and Menma reacted, lies. How could a waste like you complete the mission alone? Sasuke added, and what happened to Zabuza? Naruto replied, he helped me protect Tazuna, as my teammates quit halfway. Naruto shouted, "What did you say?" Minato intervened, "Enough. Naruto, can you allow us to read your mind and show us what really happened?" Naruto nodded. "Umbu, go and call Inoichi. Tell him I need him here." The Umbu left silently. After a while, Inoichi arrived and proceeded to read Naruto's mind using his clan's secret jutsu. Inoichi performed hand seals and said, "Yamanaka hidden jutsu, clairvoyance." A mirror appeared, and images began to show everyone what really happened during Naruto's mission. It started with Naruto's encounter with Zabuza, defeating the demon of the mist using an intent called King's Haki, defeating Gado's guards, and confronting Yagura. Everyone was shocked to learn about the one-eyed Uchiha who controlled Yagura, and that Naruto had become the Sanbai's Jinchuriki. Meiturumi became the new Mizukage, and both Kirigakure and Nami no Kuni granted him honorary citizenship, along with a reward of 10 billion ryo from Wave. Minato asked, "Naruto, did you really go to Kiri and help the rebels kill Yagura and liberate the village? You are that giant golden dragon that appeared in Konoha before? You are also the Sanbai's new Jinchuriki." Inoichi frowned at Minato's question, feeling offended that he doubted his clan's jutsu. Naruto narrowed his eyes. "Unless you doubt Inoichidano's jutsu, then yes, everything you saw did happen, and it's real." Everyone was taken aback, wondering when he had become this strong. Menma admitted, "I acknowledge your strength, but you still disobeyed the orders of your superiors to cancel the mission. For that, you will be punished." The other 3 genins smiled slyly, and the plan began. They voiced their opinions on punishing Naruto. Minato sighed, "Naruto, for completing the mission, you will be rewarded as if it were an A-rank mission. However, not following your superior's orders is an act of insubordination, and I will have to punish you for that. Your punishments are, first, your reward is cancelled, and second, you will teach your teammates your taijutsu and King's Haki. Do you understand, Naruto?" Naruto untied his forehead protector and placed it on the table. "I refuse and I quit." The room fell silent, stunned by Naruto's decision. Minato exclaimed, "What? Naruto, if you quit being a shinobi, what then? Are you going to live in Wave or Kiri? If you do, I will put you in the bingo book." Naruto frowned, his anger rising. He released a wave of King's Haki that suffocated everyone in the room, causing many civilians and genin to fall unconscious. In the Hokage's office, Team 7 had already succumbed. The others fell to their knees, breathing and trembling, except for the 3rd Hokage and Inoichi. Naruto said, "You dare to threaten me, Minato? You can't even lift yourself from the floor, and you dare to threaten me? I am stronger than you now." He cancelled the heavy force he had released. Minato and the 2 Jonin managed to stand, albeit wobbly. Kushina interjected, "Minato, stop it now. Is it not enough that we took his right as a clan heir and gave it to his younger siblings? Now you are threatening him?" Minato replied, "Kushina, please understand that I'm only doing this for you and your team." Kushina frowned. "By taking the techniques that Naruto poured his blood and sweat into creating and string? Have you no shame for trying to take something that doesn't belong to you?" Hiruzen added, "I'm with Kushina, Minato. Naruto is like a grandson to me. If you try to take his taijutsu, I will not go easy on you. Give another punishment that doesn't involve his taijutsu, haki, or the rewards Wave gave him." Minato, Kakashi, and the 4 genin, who had just awoken, gritted their teeth. Minato said, "For the next 3 months, you will go on either solo or team missions, but you will not receive a single ryo as payment. Do you accept?" Naruto nodded, "I accept." He tied his forehead protector back on, nodded to Hiruzen and Kushina, and left the office. After leaving the Hokage's office, Naruto went to find Ino, having not seen her since the team placement. He really wants to ask Inoichi, but he knows that he will be in trouble if he finds out that Naruto is in love with his daughter while already having a Kiri Kunoichi girlfriend. After nearly circling the whole village, he finally found the most appealing girl in Konoha, Ino. She is training with her team in training ground Shikamaru. "HM? What are you doing here, Naruto?" Naruto, smiling, "I'm just looking for the most appealing kunoichi in Konoha." Ino, noticing him, "Naruto, It's been a long time. I was looking for you after the team placements months ago, you know? But I never saw you. Naruto, blushing. I'm sorry, Ino-chan. You are really cute when you pout, Actually, I came here to keep my promise I made to you at that time. I want to ask you out on a date. Will you? Ino, blushing, really? I'd love to. Naruto, great. Then, I'll pick you up at 7 tonight? Ino, smiling, yes, I'll be waiting. Naruto then said goodbye, leaving the love-struck Ino and her shocked teammates. That day, Naruto was very busy. He first booked a reservation at a high-class restaurant in the village. Then he searched for a gift for Ino that would be fitting for their first date. Lastly, he went to the third Hokage's place with Irika to ask for advice on what to wear for his date. 10 minutes before 7 p.m., Naruto went to pick up his date. He was so excited that he forgot the most important thing. Inoichi knew he already had it. Kiri ninja as a girlfriend. When he saw Inoichi standing outside the house with a frown, he finally remembered. Naruto, good evening, Inoichi-san. How are you? Inoichi, Naruto, my baby girl is very excited about her date with you tonight, so don't tell her what I know and make her cry. Tell me, are you going to tell her about that Kiri girl? Naruto, yes, I intend to. Inoichi, fine, but whatever her decision is, I want you to respect it. Got it? Naruto nodded, and as if she knew they were done talking, Ino came down the stairs wearing an appealing violet gown. Naruto, love-struck, appealing. Flowers for you, pretty woman. I hope they are to your liking. Ino, gasping, stargazing lilies. You remember my favorite flower? Thank you, Naru. She kissed his cheek. The two said goodbye to Inoichi, who gave Naruto an "I'm watching you" look, making Naruto gulp and nod. They arrived at the restaurant where he had made a reservation earlier that morning and enjoyed a delicious dinner. They chatted happily about their teammates, training, and missions until Naruto thought it was time to tell Ino about his feelings for her and her relationship with Haku. Naruto, Ino, there is something I wish to tell you. Can we go to the Hokage monument later? It's really important, please. Ino, okay, Naruto, then let's hurry up and finish our dinner. After they finished eating, they went to the Hokage monument. Standing in front of the third Hokage's stone head, they could see the whole village of Konoha below. They saw the busy streets, people talking to friends outside their houses, and little children running and playing. Then Naruto began, holding Ino's hands, making her blush. Naruto, Ino-chan, you know, the first time we met, I already noticed how appealing you are. I felt my heart beat louder than usual. I'm already under the spell known as love. Ino-chan, I love you. I can say with all honesty that I will forever love you with all of my heart. Will you be my girlfriend? Ino, tearing up, yes, I want to be your girlfriend, Naru. Ino stepped forward and kissed Naruto's lips. He kissed her back, and they shared their first kiss as a couple for almost 3 minutes before pulling away. They looked at each other, blushing, and then both laughed. Naruto, I love you, my appealing lily. Ino, blushing, I love you too, my handsome whiskers. Naruto contemplated whether he should tell Ino the truth about Haku. He didn't want to, as it might jeopardize his blossoming relationship with his longtime crush. Naruto, Ino-den, there is something I should confess to you. After I completed a C-rank mission that turned into a high A-rank mission, I went to Kiri to help my 2 friends and joined the rebel army to fight against the tyrant Mizukichi. After the Mizukichi died, my friend, a girl named Haku, confessed her feelings to me. Of course, I refused her and told her about you, that I planned to confess to you when I returned to Konoha. But she said she was willing to share, and I didn't want her to do anything that might hurt herself, so I said yes. Ino's eyes widened. She couldn't believe she was not his first girlfriend. Ino, crying, am I only your second choice? Do you really love me, Naru? Naruto, no, don't say it like that, my love. I love you, and that is the truth. You are not my second choice. My love for you is far greater than my love for Haku. After all, we have been together for at least 8 years now, right? Ino nodded, fine, but you are not allowed to add more. 3 months have passed, and Naruto is finally relieved from his punishments. He is truly thankful to the people of Wave Country for forcing him to accept the 10 billion ryo from Gado's money. It may be considered dirty money, but to him, it saved him from starvation and living on the streets. During these 3 months, the Hokage, aware of Naruto's true strengths, sent him on many solo yet dangerous missions. Naruto accepted them and always returned without a scratch, achieving a 100% success rate. The Konoha shinobi and civilians learned of his great exploits, dubbing him the Maelstrom, Guardian of Konoha, and even the fourth god of shinobi, placing him on the same level as the legendary figures Rakudo-sen, Hashirama Senju, and Sarutobi Hiruzen. As time passed, the name Kaido Naruto spread throughout the elemental nations. From the 5 great villages to the smaller ones, mercenaries, bandits, and even the S-rank criminal group Akatsuki learned of his name and feared him. The 4th Hokage and his family, along with his godparents and teammates, except Kushina, were not pleased, as they became the laughingstock for banishing someone who later became a legend. With just 1 week until the Chunin exam began, Naruto and Ino always spent time going on dates whenever they didn't have missions with their teams. Inoichi learned to accept that Naruto truly loved his daughter, and from time to time, he would ask Ino to invite her boyfriend for a meal together. Naruto happily accepted the invitation. Additionally, over the past 6 months, whether on missions or not, Naruto made time to visit Haku in Kiri and take her out on dates as well. One day, after Team 7 finished their training, Naruto was followed by Konohamaru's group. After some playful teasing about Sakura's wide forehead, Naruto's arrogance, and Menma and Sasuke's spoiled personalities, Naruto told them to run. The kids bumped into Kankuro and Temari, genin from Sunagakure. Kankuro grabbed Konohamaru's shirt, lifting him up and preparing to punch him when Naruto vanished and appeared beside him, grabbing his hand. Applying a bit of force, Kankuro released the kid due to the pain. TSK, you shouldn't do that, my friend. This kid is the 3rd Hokage's favorite grandson. Are you sure you want to cause a conflict and start a war between our 2 villages? Naruto said with a smile. Kankuro and Temari gasped, not in surprise but in horror, realizing the identity of the child. Care to join us here, mister? Naruto asked, looking up. Kankuro and Temari were taken aback by what the blonde with whiskers had said. How did you know? They asked. Easy, because I am hashtag and those 2 are number 9, Naruto replied. The Suna shinobi dropped their mouths in shock, just as Gaara descended to join them. Who are you? Mother said she doesn't like you, Gaara stated. My name is Kaido Naruto, and Isabu said hi to you and Shikaku, Naruto smirked. Kankuro, trembling, said, Yo, you're the 4th god of shinobi and the banished son of the 4th Hokage? Why yes, I am, Naruto nodded. Temari's eyes sparkled. My dream guy. She hugged him. I've been dreaming to meet you. Won't you go on a date with me? Better yet, go out with me. The rest of Team 7 felt ignored and gritted their teeth in frustration. After all, they loved being the center of attention. But now, one of them was being flirted with. Sorry, appealing flower, but I already have 2 loving girlfriends. They made me promise not to add another competitor for my love, so I have to apologize. But don't worry, I'm sure you'll find someone you love more than me, Naruto said, patting her head. Temari pouted. Fine, but until then, won't you go on a date with me, please? You should ask permission from my girlfriend first, Naruto chuckled. Sasuke, feeling ignored, shouted. How long are you going to ignore you, huh? Don't you want to know our names too? Temari gasped, Oh my god. You're still here? I thought you guys had already left. Naruto laughed. That was a good one. Naruto shouted, How dare you? What are you people from Suna doing here anyway? Infiltration? Chunin exam, princess. What, you didn't know? Temari replied. We have been here for quite a while now. We should leave. Turning to Naruto, she added, I'll see you later, lover boy. Oh, and my name is Sabak Temari. These are my brothers, Kankuro and Gaara. See you later. Menma interjected, Aren't you going to know our names? Temari shook her head. Not really, no. I'm only interested in my dream guy. Sasuke shouted, How dare you look down on us? Enough. They are guests of Konoha. Do you want the other villages to know and look down on us because we don't have a shred of hospitality? Don't drag the village name through the mud because of your petty mindsets. Naruto exclaimed. Turning to the Suna team, he added, sorry about my teammates' actions, and do forgive my outburst. I'll see you later in the exam venue, my Suna friends. I hope we all pass and get promoted together. Kankuro gulped, and he and Gaara nodded in response. As for Temari, she was blushing. You make me feel special, Naruto, she said with a wink. Team Suna then said goodbye and left. Okay, you can come out now, Hataki-san, Kushina-sensei, Naruto called out. Team 7 was surprised when he addressed their senseis. Hello, everyone. We were hiding and suppressing our presence, but you still sensed us, Naruto? Kushina said. Naruto nodded. Kakashi added, these are your Chunin exam forms. Fill them out and go to room 301 tomorrow at the academy. Since there are 5 of you, one of you will go solo. I'll go solo. I prefer to move alone, Naruto declared. Okay, but be careful out there, Naruto, Kushina replied, feeling happiness when her son acknowledged her advice. Team 7 was stunned to see Naruto starting to open up, beginning with his mother. Meanwhile, Menma was secretly getting angry. He feared that Naruto's progress could outshine his status as the Namikaze clan heir. Naruto, having mastered observation haki and emotion sensing, noticed Menma's feelings but chose to let it go. As Team 7 and Naruto approached the academy, they stopped when they noticed a genjutsu in the room, set by 2 Chunin disguised as genin to cause trouble for the applicants. Just as Naruto was about to head to the real venue, Sasuke, feeling confident, shouted, "Drop the genjutsu. You can't fool anyone with your low-level skills." The 2 disguised genin looked at Sasuke as if he were foolish, and Naruto face-bombed. Sasuke noticed that not only the 2 genin but also Naruto and Team Guy were looking at him strangely. Frustrated, he snapped, "What? If you have a problem with me, say it. You idiots." Neji chuckled, so the last loyal Uchiha was born an idiot. To Naruto, you are Naruto, right? You may be known as the new god of shinobi, but your teammate is really foolish. What did you say? Sasuke shouted. In this exam, I am alone, Naruto replied. But you are right. My teammates are not ready to pass as genin, yet they act arrogantly. Team 7 gritted their teeth, ready to snap. You can say that what these 2 genin are doing is weeding out the teams that aren't prepared for this exam. Because of your reckless act of revealing the genjutsu, many teams will join the exam. How many shinobi can the village spare for this? They still need to guard Konoha and our borders in case of an invasion. What you did was foolish. Sasuke hung his head low, ashamed. Naruto was right. His actions were indeed stupid. When they arrived at the real exam venue, Naruto was suddenly tackled by 3 kunoichi. The Konoha 11 and the senseis watching from the next room were surprised and a bit envious. The 3 kunoichi glared at each other. They were Yamanaka Ino, Momochi Haku, and Sabak Temari, Naruto's admirers. Naruto-kun. Lover boy. Who are they? Why did they hug you? Ino and Haku noticed each other's forehead protectors. You are Haku? Naru's other girlfriend? Hi, nice to finally meet you, Ino said with a smile. Hi, you must be Ino-san then? It's a pleasure to meet you too, Haku replied. The 2 hugged, while everyone else glared at Naruto for being so lucky to have 2 gorgeous girls willing to share him. Ino turned to Temari. And who are you? Naru, didn't you promise me you wouldn't add another girl? Are you creating a H-chung? Haku added, you said me and Ino-san are enough. Are you just playing with our feelings, Naruto-kun? No. You misunderstood. Temari is just an admirer because of my title as the god of shinobi. That's all I promise. We are really not lovers, please believe me. Ino smiled. Fine, we believe you. Just keep your promise that you won't add another girl, got it? Haku chimed in, and we will go on a date after the exam. The 3 of us. The 2 kunoichi hugged Naruto, who grinned smugly that his girls finally believed him. Wait! Temari exclaimed. My feelings for him are not just simple admiration. I am genuinely in love with him, and I will prove it. She held Naruto's cheeks and kissed him on the lips, shocking everyone. Everyone in the room was dumbstruck by Temari's boldness. In the room next door, the senseis were also watching the events unfold on a large monitor, filled with jealousy. Looks like this kid is a chick magnet, Azuma said. He got a girlfriend before me, in it, Kakashi muttered. You are so youthful, Naruto. Guy cheered. Kushina exclaimed, wow, he has become a ladies' man. Kurinai, Anko, and the other female senseis from different villages blushed at how forward the kunoichi were. In the Hokage office, Hiruzen, Minato, and the Umbu guards were watching through a peeping ball, enjoying the show. Hiruzen, laughing, he's becoming more and more like you, Minato. So popular with the ladies. Minato sweat drops, nods, and gives a half-hearted smile. Location, exam venue. Ino/Haku, what do you think you're doing? Temari, smirking, proving to you that my feelings and love for my crush are serious and on the same level as you too. I also want to become his partner, may I? Kiba, Iemen, that Naruto, so lucky. Menma, that guy is lucky with the ladies. Sakura, maybe I am wrong in choosing Sasuke-kun just because he is handsome. Naruto clearly has more potential and might become the next Hokage. Ino, Gore, you are clearly serious, I can see it. Haku, yeah, fine. But Naruto should accept you first. Of course, since his two girlfriends don't have any problems with Temari joining his HRM, who is he to refuse a appealing girl's love? He accepted it, of course. After a few minutes, Yakushi Kabuto, spy, came and told the Konoha Rookie 9 about his cards with information on most of the genin in the room. Sasuke, I want information on Sabakugara of Suna, Rock Lee of Konoha, and Kaido Naruto of Konoha. The Konoha 11, their sensei, and the two watching Hokage were surprised that he would ask for information about his fellow Konoha genin. Kabuto flipped his cards until he found the information he needed. First is Rock Lee. Kabuto, Rock Lee, member of Team 9. His sensei is Might Guy, and his teammates are Hyuga Niji and Higurashi Tenten. He has completed 34 D ranks, 13 C ranks, and 5 B rank missions. He can only use taijutsu. Sabagara, his sensei is Baki, and his teammates are his siblings, Temari and Kankuro. He has completed 15 C ranks, 8 B ranks, and 2 A ranks missions. But it says that he never received a single injury before. Lastly, Kaido Naruto. Formerly known as Uzumaki Namikaze Naruto, first son of the 4th Hokage, Namikaze Minato and the Red Death, Uzumaki Kushina. He is a member of Team 7 under Hatake Kakashi. His teammates are Uchiha Sasuke, Haruno Sakura, and his two siblings, Yuzakaze Menma and Naruko. He has completed 40 D ranks, 23 C ranks, 15 B ranks, 8 A ranks, and 3 S ranks. What? It also says here that he has never received a single scratch too. Everyone shocked. What? Are you serious? Naruto, I only did the D and a few C rank missions with my team. For the B, A, and S rank missions, I did them myself. It was punishment for disobeying my sensei's order to cancel our team's first C rank mission, which turned into a high A rank mission. Of course, I did it alone and succeeded. Kiba, Diamin, he deserves the title God of Shinobi. Choji, you're right, Kiba. Shikamaru, troublesome blonde. Lee, his flames of youth are very bright. Hori, heart eyes, you're the best, babe. Everyone sweat drops at Naruto's girls. Teacher lounge. Zabuza, yo Kakashi, Naruto told me that you canceled your team's first mission outside your village after knowing you were going to face me. Kakashi, Momochi Zabuza? So you're a sensei now, huh? And correction, Kushina-san and I were only worried for our genin's safety, so we decided to cancel the mission. Zabuza, smirking, fine, whatever you say. Whispers, coward, Kakashi glared at the demon of the mist while the other sensei chuckled at the Cyclops' misfortune. Exam venue. Kabuto continued. He was outstripped by his right to become the clan heir because his chakra veins are clogged. He was banished from the family too, and his name was erased from the family records. Niji, spitting pooey, so this is the work of the model family? To banish their own just because he can't become a proper ninja? How shameless and disgusting. Tenten, and here I thought they were special. I'm ashamed to live in Konoha with this kind of people, pooey. Tamari, gore, this is how they treat my beloved? Just wait until the exam starts, and I'll make you pay. The room suddenly felt cold, and everyone was shivering. Haku is angry. Haku, Yuzakaze twins, I have my eyes on you. If there is a fight in this exam, pray that you won't face me, or you'll be sorry. Ino didn't say anything because no matter what, they are still a noble family, and the head is the Hokage. Everyone felt pity for Naruto and anger for the so-called model family in Konoha. Kushina looked sad, while the Yuzakaze twins looked down in shame. As for Minato, he remembered the past when Naruto asked him for training, but he always refused him. Sometimes he would even scold him if he was in a bad mood. Kabuto, he created his own taijutsu called Rokushiki and was known for its fierceness on par with the 8 gates. On his first mission outside Konoha, he faced Momochi Zabuza and Haku. Using only his powerful intent, he defeated Zabuza without touching him. Ino, did that really happen, Haku-chan? Haku, yes, using a technique called King's Haki, he made my father kneel and cough without touching him. Everyone was speechless hearing Haku's confirmation. Kiba, I think, maybe, it's better to just promote him to Chunin or Jonin already. He is too strong to join this exam. Jennings, agreed. Temari, you are really impressive, lover boy. Everyone is blushing, and Naruto is blushing. Kabuto, after he defeated them, for some unknown reason, they joined him in guarding his client. Naruto, frowning, this guy knows too much. He could be a spy like those other spies. I'd better be cautious. Kabuto, Naruto and Zabuza went to Gato's place and eliminated all the people there. From the hired mercenaries, bandits, thugs, wandering ronin, and rogue nin, none survived the encounter caused by only 2 people, even Gato himself, only the people he imprisoned. Naruto and Zabuza released all the prisoners and those who had been exploited, taking all the money and giving half to the people of Wave Country and the other half to Zabuza. Temari asked, you didn't join them in taking down Gato, Haku? Haku shook her head. No, Naruto-kun asked me to guard the client in case Gato sent people to harm or kidnap them. Ino and Temari nodded in understanding. Azuma remarked, so generous. He didn't take a single Ryo? Everyone in the room echoed the same question. Zabuza and Haku confirmed, nope, he didn't. The crowd responded in awe, God, he is a Samaritan. Kabuto interjected, Naruto-kun, your information sure is extensive. It says here that he, along with Zabuza and Haku, went to Kirigakure, joined the rebel army, and fought the Mizukage Yagura alone. In their first clash, he sent the Mizukage flying. He transformed into a form that looked human but also didn't, covered in dark red flames, calling it hybrid form. In the second clash, both used a technique, yet Yagura was sent flying again. When he stood up, he transformed into what they called a biju, a 3-tailed giant turtle. Kurinai and Kankuro were astonished. He sent a hybrid form Mizukage flying twice. Just how strong is he? Zabuza and Haku laughed. If only you all were there, the way he battled was truly exciting. The audience was left speechless, in awe of Naruto's strength. Kabuto gulped, realizing, this kid could become a problem for Orochimaru's invasion plan. With how Yagura lost face in their encounters, he no longer underestimated Naruto. He fired his strongest attack, a Bijudama, tailed beast bomb. Gaara listened intently, feeling a long-lost emotion returning to him, fear. Kabuto exclaimed, what kind of information is this? Is this real? The people were confused, and Orochimaru was also puzzled. Shikamaru urged, what is it? Why don't you continue reading, so we will know as well? Kabuto continued, Naruto transformed into a giant golden dragon and unleashed a concentrated fire attack called Blast Breath, pushing the Bijudama back. The Bijudama and Blast Breath collided, resulting in an explosion that killed, evaporated, the Mizukage. The Sanbai was released but also received damage from the blast. The Sanbai then proposed to Naruto to heal his clogged chakra veins in exchange for becoming his new Jinchuriki. Naruto accepted the proposal with the new Mizukage's approval. Lastly, he received a substantial sum of money from the people of Wave Country when they cornered him on his way back to Konoha, about 10 billion ryo. Everyone looked at Naruto in shock. 10 billion ryo? Sensei and the Konoha 12 exclaimed, "You are that gigantic golden dragon?" Baki and Kankuro added, "You vaporized a perfect Jinchuriki?" Naruto sweat dropped. "You guys are overreacting. To answer all your questions, yes, I am that giant golden dragon that appeared in the skies of Konoha. Yes, I did kill Yagura, but the situation called for it, and I couldn't save him. And for the last time, yes, I am now Isabu, or what you know him as the Sanbai. I am his Jinchuriki. And I, Kaido Naruto, am proud to be his Jinchuriki. But let's get something straight first." Naruto shunshined behind Kabuto, grabbing his neck tightly. For a simple genin who failed his Chunin promotion exam 7 times in a row, you sure know a lot of information. The things you just revealed about me are only known to the 2 Hokage, Team 7, and 1 important person in Konoha. I don't think they would tell anyone about it, even a genin like you. You even know information about shinobi from other villages. You're a spy, aren't you? Who do you work for? Speak or face the consequences. Everyone calmed down, starting to realize that Naruto's words made. Kabuto took action, his hands glowing with blue light as he formed a short blade, a chakra scalpel. With his observation haki, Naruto anticipated Kabuto's move. Fighting back, are we? You just proved that you really are a spy. I can still talk to Inoichi-san and have your mind read even if you die. Katon, melting grip. Naruto's palm heated up, reaching temperatures high enough to melt iron. He tightened his grip, and with a swift motion, Kabuto's neck was melted away, killing him instantly. His body fell to the floor, and his head rolled next to Naruto's feet. After Naruto eliminated Kabuto, the proctors, senseis, and the 2 Hokage appeared in the exam room via shunshin. Seeing the new arrivals, Naruto began giving orders. "Sandaijiji, can I leave Kabuto's head to you? Have Inoichi-san examine his mind. If he really is a spy, he may contain a lot of important information for us. Kushina-sensei, please go as well. Your expertise as a fuinjutsu expert may be needed in case his brain is protected by seals to avoid leaking what he knows." The 2 mentioned nodded immediately. Hiruzen commanded, "Umbu, go and inform Yamanaka Inoichi to head to the autopsy room. His services are needed there." The Umbu received the command and vanished to find the Yamanaka clan leader. Kushina nodded, "Then I'll head out as well." She disappeared, heading to the autopsy room to wait for Inoichi's arrival. With Naruto's help, Kabuto's teammates were also apprehended and sent to the TNI department for questioning. Orochimaru, disguised as a grass genin kunoichi, started to feel nervous. He was worried about Kabuto and the information Konoha might extract from him. As a veteran soldier, Orochimaru was adept at masking his anxiety, all for the sake of presenting Sasuke with a gift he believed would entice him to kill his brother. Orochimaru was certain Sasuke wouldn't refuse, and if he accepted, Orochimaru would finally have access to the Sharingan, a chance he had been waiting for since Sasuke's brother had defeated him. Before the proctor could announce the continuation of the exam, Naruto dashed toward Orochimaru. Orochimaru was shocked. He hadn't believed his disguise would be discovered. He started but couldn't finish as Naruto delivered a powerful kick to his face, sending him flying. The crowd was stunned by Naruto's sudden action. While they were still processing the scene, Naruto used Saru to appear above the airborne grass kunoichi. He took a spear-throwing stance, summoned his Sky Splitter greatsword, and threw it at her. The kunoichi was struck in the chest and plummeted to the ground, impaled. To everyone's surprise, she didn't scream in pain. Instead, she opened her mouth wide, and after a brief moment, a man with pale white skin emerged, striking horror into the onlookers. It was as if a snake was shedding its old skin. "Oh my god! It's Orochimaru! The snake Sannin is here!" shouted one Umbu. "Protect the 2 Hokage and the Genins," another Umbu called out. Minato confronted Orochimaru. What are you doing here in Konoha? You know you are not welcome. Hiruzen added, you have the nerve to return here after everything you've done? Orochimaru smirked. I only have 3 purposes for coming back here, now it's 4. If I am successful, then I will leave without harming anyone in this village. Hear me out first, deal? Minato and Hiruzen exchanged glances and nodded. Fine, now speak, Hiruzen said. First, to kill you, Sarutobi-sensei, Orochimaru declared. If that's what you want, let's just begin then, Hiruzen replied. Too hasty? I haven't said my other 3 purposes. Second, to destroy Konoha, Orochimaru continued. I won't let you vermin. Minato shouted. Third is to give Sasuke gift, Orochimaru sneered. Sasuke asked, gift? What gift? Power, Sasuke-kun. Power to kill your brother Itachi, power to avenge your clan, and power to surpass Naruto-kun here. Don't you want the power to become the strongest ever? Orochimaru taunted. Sasuke felt tempted by the offer, but Naruto's voice cut through the tension. Sasuke, if you accept a gift from a traitor and betray Konoha, know that I will hunt you down wherever you go and kill you. This is not a warning but a threat. Sasuke gritted his teeth, torn between temptation and fear. Sakura shouted, Nanbaka. Stop your threats, you're scaring Sasuke. Ino chimed in, shut up, forehead. If you shout one more time, I'll make sure to fry your brain, got it? Orochimaru interrupted, as for my 4th mission. It is to kill you, brat. Perfect. We have the same idea, I see. Soru. Naruto exclaimed, catching Orochimaru off guard with his speed. Orochimaru cursed as Naruto reappeared behind him, striking with his sword. The crowd cheered for Naruto, their excitement palpable. Kiba, astonished, remarked, this guy killed a Sannin twice. Instead of joining this Chunin exam, shouldn't he get promoted to Jonin or even Sannin already? Everyone nodded in agreement, not wanting to face a monster like Naruto in the exam. After being cleaved in half, Orochimaru opened his mouth, and a new Orochimaru emerged, unscathed. What's this? There's only a little more than half of your chakra left after shedding twice. Looks like there is still a limit to your so-called immortality, Naruto taunted. You can probably use it 4 to 5 more times before you suffer from chakra exhaustion and die. How can you claim to give Sasuke the power to surpass me when you can't even defeat me? What the hypocrite! Orochimaru seethed with anger. Don't push your luck, you demon brat. He opened his mouth wide, revealing the Kusanagi sword, a legendary weapon known for its ability to extend and its poisonous edge. The sword shot toward Naruto's heart at an alarming speed. Naruto parried the attack with his Sky Splitter greatsword and dashed toward Orochimaru, swinging downward. Orochimaru's sword reverted to its normal length, blocking Naruto's strike. As he was busy blocking the heavy Sky Splitter greatsword, Naruto spun his body and delivered a strong kick that struck Orochimaru in the chest. The Snake Man was propelled backward, crashing into a tree in the distance. Before he could recover, something struck his forehead, piercing it and for the 3rd time, seemingly ending his life. Flying Shurgan! Naruto declared. Kankuro exclaimed, It again! This is not good. Now that we know how dangerous this guy is, we need to change our plan. Fighting alongside Konoha against the Sound might ensure our village's survival better than facing this monster alone. Temari is already his girlfriend. We can benefit more as allies than enemies. Orochimaru, now truly furious, shed his skin for the 3rd time. The audience couldn't believe that a fresh graduate genin was handling the Sannin all on his own and still had the upper hand. Can you still keep up, dude? Naruto taunted. You've just used a lot of your chakra to shed and come back. Before Orochimaru could respond, the 2 Hokage appeared next to Naruto. My boy, you really surprised this old man by finding this traitorous student of mine among a crowd of genins, Hiruzen said. As his previous teacher, allow me to give him his punishment. Minato added, as the current Hokage, it is my duty to protect the village and its people from any threats, so I will fight as well. Orochimaru gritted his teeth, realizing he was at a disadvantage. Fine. I will leave for now, but the next time I return, you all will die. Konoha will be destroyed in the flames of my vengeance. As he turned to escape, Naruto glared at him. Who allowed you to leave? You, who betrayed Konoha, betrayed my grandfather's trust, and betrayed the people's hope, will die right here. Right now. Orochimaru and the two Hokages widened their eyes as Naruto shouted, Katon, fire dragon's bite. A large dragon made of flames charged toward Orochimaru. With determination, Naruto infused a significant amount of chakra into the jutsu, giving it power comparable to an S-class fire technique. Seeing the approaching fire dragon, Orochimaru panicked. I can't take this head-on, he exclaimed, summoning 3 giant gates with demon faces that rose from the ground. The fire dragon's bite made contact with the first gate, easily destroying it. It then smashed through the second gate, taking a few seconds, before colliding with the third and final gate. The last gate, the toughest of the 3, sustained a big dent and cracks but remained standing as the fire attack dissipated. Orochimaru let out a sigh of relief, but it was a mistake to let his guard down. Naruto was already behind him. He tried to turn around to defend himself, but Naruto struck first. Shurgan, Madara. Like a machine gun, Naruto's lethal finger attack pierced Orochimaru's body with multiple holes. The audience gasped in horror, witnessing the snake Sannin's body become riddled with injuries. Menma, frightened, said, He's treating the Sannin like a child. Naruto, shaking, added, More like Naruto is the Sannin and Orochimaru is the Genin. Sasuke scoffed, Once I awaken my third Tomo Sharingan, I'll be able to beat the Dobe and even surpass him. No one beats an Uchiha. Sakura remained quiet, scheming on how to get Naruto's attention. Orochimaru shed his skin for the 4th time, his chakra nearly depleted. He was sweating, breathing, and struggling to stand, now afraid for his fate. That's your 4th time shedding now, Naruto said. From the amount of chakra you have left, you can only shed 1 more time before dying for good. Naruto sensed that Orochimaru was about to escape using the reverse summoning jutsu. He wouldn't allow it. As Orochimaru began to form the hand seals, Naruto vanished, appearing in front of the Sannin with his sword raised. He swung downward, cutting off Orochimaru's arms. Orochimaru screamed in pain. How did you know what I was about to do? Let me tell you a secret about one of my techniques, Orochimaru, Naruto replied, capturing everyone's attention. Ino asked, Are you sure, Narukoi? Everyone will learn your technique. Haku added, Please think twice, sweetheart. Temari agreed, I think you should reconsider. Naruto smiled. Don't worry, girls. Even if they know, they can't learn it unless I teach them. He turned to Orochimaru and continued, You see, Suzu, I'm a sensor. Before Isabu the Sanbai healed my chakra veins, I could sense the presence of everyone in Konoha. Mstring my sensing ability allowed me to see into the future. To be precise, I can see 10 seconds into the future. I call it 10 seconds future sight. So you can't think of leaving this place alive, because before you can perform the seals for your escape, I've already killed you. Everyone was stunned, greed evident in their eyes. The censor shinobi's eyes twinkled with eagerness to know if Naruto would teach them or at least give them a hint. The most excited to learn was his girlfriend, Yamanaka Ino. Her eyes, along with those of the Yamanaka shinobi watching the battle, sparkled with hope. The Genins, their senseis, proctors, and the 2 Hokage eyed Naruto like a treasure trove. They wanted his technique. Ino, sweet voice, Naru revolving hearts, can you teach me and the sisters your 10 seconds future sight, please? Ino, Haku, and Temari looked at him with pleading eyes. The onlookers felt as if their hearts had been struck by Cupid's arrow. It was so adorable. Of course, baby. I will only teach it to you and the girls, your father, Irika-sensei, and Gigi. The people he mentioned smiled, their expressions smug as they expressed their gratitude. However, Minato, Kakashi, Menma, Naruto, Jiraiya, and Tsunade, who had just arrived, frowned at his words. Minato, Naruto, son, won't you also teach your technique to your family, sensei, and godparents? We promise we won't ignore you this time, and we apologize for what we did to you before by neglecting you. Won't you give us a chance, please? His siblings, Kakashi, and godparents nodded in agreement. The Konoha shinobi who were aware of Naruto's difficult past glared at Minato, Jiraiya, and Tsunade, as if to say, "Are you kidding me? You neglected your son for 12 years, and now that he is strong without your help, you want to learn his technique as if nothing happened." Instead of answering, Naruto turned around to face Orochimaru again, leaving the guilty parties with their heads hung low in shame. The crowd snickered at them. Naruto, Sword, Tekai, piercing hand. Naruto vanished and reappeared, stabbing the snake Sannin with his iron-like hand into his chest. His hand pierced through and emerged behind Orochimaru, holding his still-beating heart. With a slight squeeze, he crushed the Sannin's heart. Gasps erupted from the audience at the brutality displayed by the genin. It took about 30 seconds for Orochimaru to gather enough chakra to shed once again. His willpower to stay alive without his heart was admirable in the eyes of many. Naruto, 30 seconds, it took you that long to shed. I could have burned you alive and killed you for good, but where's the fun in that? I want to see you suffer first for hurting Gigi's feelings before I kill you. Ishmaru, coughing, Coke, you are a monster, Naruto-kun. Naruto, sneering, if it's to protect the people important to me, I'm willing to become a monster, a devil, or a demon. So, any last words, Snake Sannin? Orochimaru, yes, I have. Smirking, there is an invasion. Happen. And you will choose whether to protect Konoha or fight against Konoha together with your Sand Princess girlfriend? Kukukahaha. Naruto, weird last words. Cut. Every Konoha ninja present witnessed the death of one of the 3 legendary Sen. The Sannin who once fought for them and gave people hope. Jiraiya and Tsunade shed tears for their fallen friend, a man they had once trusted with their lives. Hiruzen approached the lifeless body of his former student with a sad expression. Hiruzen, sleep now, dear student. I will see you on the other side. Minato ordered the Umbu to take Orochimaru's body to the autopsy room as they tried to sort out the situation. The Konoha shinobi glared at the Sand team. Orochimaru's last words might have been his final attempt to shake the alliance between Konoha and Suna or to make Naruto doubt his Sand Princess girlfriend. The word, invasion, was not something they could ignore. Invasion meant war, and war meant destruction. They had to take it seriously. The ninjas of Konoha encircled the Sand team when someone spoke. Naruto, if any of you harm my girlfriend, you're dead. Naruto released a suffocating aura that instilled fear in everyone who dared to threaten his girlfriend and teammates. The Konoha shinobi stepped back, afraid of what he might do if they didn't comply. Ino and Haku stepped forward, ready to protect Temari should the Konoha ninjas attack her. Temari was moved by the support from Naruto and her HRM sisters, especially Ino, who was defending her from her own comrades. Sasuke, humph, what if? There really is an invasion and it's going to happen soon? Are you going to take responsibility for any deaths among the villagers? Naruto, sneering, you are so forgetful, Mr. Self-proclaimed elite. As I've said before, I can sense anyone and everyone in Konoha. There are indeed hundreds of combined forces of Suna and Oto ready to charge Konoha, waiting only for Orochimaru's signal. They are only 2 miles away from the village. But who said they can survive? Are they stronger than Orochimaru himself? Everyone gulped. That's right. No matter how many enemies there were they stronger than the snake Sannin? But they have someone here who not only defeated a Sannin but also toyed with him. Naruto said, Tima-chan, take your team and convince your people not to side with Oto in attacking Konoha. He turned to Baki. You go with them as well and help explain the situation. Baki nodded and left with his genin team. Temari hugged Ino and Haku, thanking them for their protection. She also hugged and kissed Naruto before turning to catch up with her teammates. Minato walked closer to Naruto. Son, about what I said, can you reconsider? Naruto frowned. No, but if possible, I will only teach Kushina-sensei. Minato looked sad. Why? You already know the answer to your question, Hokage-sama. Kakashi added, Can't you give us a chance to correct our mistake, Naruto, please? I'll think about it, but don't be hopeful. After some time, Kushina and Inoichi arrived with information they learned from Kabuto's severed head. They revealed Orochimaru's invasion plan in collaboration with Suna and Oto, which included attacking Team 7 in the Forest of Death and giving Sasuke the Cursed Seal of Heaven, an improved version of Anko's. They also detailed how they would put everyone in a genjutsu during the finals, trap the two Hokage in a barrier, and summon the first and second Hokage to eliminate them. Finally, Gaara would transform into his Biju's full form and destroy Konoha. In the middle of their report, Team Suna arrived with good news. Suna ninjas would help Konoha defeat Hokage. They confirmed that what Kushina and Inoichi learned was true. Naruto said, "No need to wait for the invasion to come. The army of Hokage is here. It confirms their ill intent to invade Konoha. Gigi, what do you think? Should I go? I'll do it fast." Minato frowned. He was the current Hokage, but Naruto always asked permission from the third Hokage, Hiruzen. Hiruzen replied, "Naruto, my boy, you should ask permission from Minato as he is the current Hokage, not me." Naruto nodded. "Yandame-sama, if you want, just give me an order. No need to make it a mission. I'll go and eliminate the enemies of Konoha quickly." Minato said, "All right, as your Hokage, I order you to destroy the enemies from Hokage and protect the village of Konoha." "Accepted," Naruto replied. In an instant he vanished. The next thing they heard were 3 painful screams and thuds. They looked around and found that Naruto had already defeated the 3 Oto genin, Dosu, Zaku, and Kintsuchi. Naruto declared, "I'll go and destroy the sound shinobis. Please dispose of these 3 bodies." With a swift motion, Naruto kicked off the air at supersonic speed, soaring 20 meters into the sky before transforming into a gigantic golden dragon. The sight of Naruto morphing into a mythical beast left the genins and low-level chunins in shock. Zabuza exclaimed, "There it is. This is only the second time I am witnessing this, yet it can still make my heart race. Fascinating." Haku smiled. "Yes, indeed, father." Everyone watching, especially Team 7, Minato, Kushina, and the Sanins, were in awe. Kenkuro's eyes widened. "Is this the rumored golden dragon of Konoha? How majestic!" Tamari, love-struck, said, "Magnificent. My boyfriend is truly amazing." Gaara and Baki watched, trembling in fear. Anko remarked, "This kid is making me excited. One day I'll pin him to the ground and make him mine." Anko liked her lips as Naruto's 3 girlfriends shot her death glares, but she didn't care. After years of dreaming to defeat her traitorous emissary, she felt true happiness after Naruto eliminated Orochimaru. She giggled at her friends Kurenai and Yugao, who were happy for her newfound freedom. Ino, Haku, and Tamari cheered, "Go, sweetheart." Naruto replied, "I'll be back." He looked at them and nodded before flying toward the Oto army's camp. As he approached, they noticed him. One Oto ninja said, "Once we defeat Konoha, I'm going to enjoy 3 women at once. What about you guys?" Another replied, "I heard there are a lot of appealing kunoichi joining the exam this time. I want to try my luck and kidnap one." A third added, "Idiots. If you want to try your luck, do it by going after the Yandame Hokage's wife or that Senju Sanin." Suddenly, the Oto ninjas spotted the gigantic golden figure flying toward them and panicked. "Monster!" one shouted. "Fools! That's the rumored new Shinobi no Kami, Kaido Naruto. Run!" Another yelled. The Oto commander shouted, "Stand your ground. If we leave, Orochimaru-sama will kill us all." The Oto army stopped running, clearly afraid of their Hokage. They turned around, took fighting stances, and some began to form hand seals, ready to fight. "Bring it on, Shinobi no Kami," one taunted. "We're not afraid of you, giant lizard," another shouted. "Get down here, coward, and I'll skewer you," a third yelled. They threw insults at Naruto to mask their fear, but he sensed it and gave them a maniacal smirk that sent chills down their spines. "For attempting to attack Konoha, your sentence is death. Fire breath." The blast breath is a giant beam made of concentrated fire that explodes upon contact, while the fire dragon's breath is an attack made of fire. The Oto shinobi's eyes widen in shock as they see the giant golden dragon unleash a massive fire attack, a quarter of Konoha's size. As the attack hits them, the enemy ninjas scream in pain, pleading with Naruto to stop as they are engulfed in flames. But Naruto will never stop and will never forgive the enemies of Konoha. He may not care for the village, but he cares for the few people who are important to him there. After a few minutes, the cries of pain cease. What remains are charred bodies of the Oto army. When Naruto returns to report that no one survived in the enemy camp, Minato and the others, including the genins, go to the site of the battle. Some are overwhelmed by the sight and faint, while others are sickened by the charred, unrecognizable remains of the enemies. The genins plead with the Hokage to promote Naruto, fearing they will have to face such a formidable opponent in the future, and the Hokage agrees. Naruto, as the current Hokage of Konoha, Namikaze Minato, promote you to the rank of Chunin, Minato announces. What? Hokage-sama, please reconsider. Promote him to Jonin already, Genma interjects. He is already strong enough to pass the test, and we don't want a strong rival competing with us in the upcoming Jonin exam. The other shinobi witness the Chunins and Tokubitsu Jonin's reactions and shake their heads. The third Hokage, the two Sannin, Kushina, and a few Jonins chuckle at their antics. Minato sighs, fine, starting today, Naruto, you are a Jonin. Go to the Hokage's office after the Chunin exam to get your Jonin vest. Also, let me know if you want to work solo or take on a genin team. Kushina hugs him. Congratulations, Naruto. Naruto nods. Thank you, Kushina-sen. I want to handle a team of genin, but only if they graduate 3 years later. I want to teach Sarutobi Konohamaru, Udon, Moegi, and if possible, Hyuga Hanabi as well. The Konoha ninjas are surprised that he wants to teach the 3RD's grandson and the Hyuga clan head's youngest daughter, especially Hinata and Niji. Hiruzen smiles at his surrogate grandson, confident that Konohamaru and his friends will be in good hands under Naruto's guidance. His girlfriends hug and kiss him, congratulating him. Naruto smiles back. Thank you, girls. The Konoha genins also congratulate him. Hinata and Sakura feel a pang of jealousy watching the three girls embrace him and wish they were in their position. Due to Orochimaru's defeat, the Chunin exam proceeds smoothly. However, some are bitter that Naruto was promoted to Jonin while they continue to fight for their own promotions to Chunin. Among the bitter ones are Naruto's former teammates, Uchiha Sasuke, Yuzakaze Menma, and Naruko. Sakura tries to fit in with Naruto's group, hinting that she wants to be part of his HRM, but she is stopped and rejected by his girlfriends. As the preliminary rounds begin, most of the fights are uneventful, except for a few. Ino, Haku, and Temari's battles stand out. Gaara faces Lee, and Niji fights Hinata. Gaara, having been warned by Naruto that Lee is his friend, refrains from seriously harming him. Niji respects Naruto's strength and knows of Hinata's feelings for him, so he holds back as well. After the preliminary rounds, the genins who will compete in the finals are announced: Hyuga Niji vs Yuzakaze Menma, Aburame Shino vs Yamanaka Ino, Nara Shikamaru vs Sabaka Temari, and Uchiha Sasuke vs Sabaka Gaara, with Haku receiving a bye. They have 1 month to train before the finals. The genins and their sensei find a place to train. Minato and Jiraiya train Menma, while Kushina and Tsunade train Naruko to ensure she keeps up with her brother. Kakashi trains Sasuke, leaving Sakura to fend for herself, and Zabuza trains Haku. Naruto also helps train Haku, Ino, and Temari. During their month of training, Zabuza and the girls discover that Naruto is a demanding trainer, but they manage to MSTR several of his Rokushiki taijutsu techniques. Even Zabuza learns from him. The third Hokage occasionally visits with Inoichi to provide food and pills for their training, and they too MSTR a few of Naruto's techniques. 1 month later, Naruto is chosen as the proctor for the finals of the Chunin exam. His powerful abilities and fair judgment earn him the Kage's approval. Alongside Hokage Minato, who is guarded by Jiraiya and Tsunade, are 2 others in the Kage booth. One is Yanaoka Shimatsu, a respected elder from Suna and a former leader of their puppet corps, accompanied by 2 Umbu guards. The other is Mei Terumi, the leader of the rebels who fought against Yagura and liberated Kirigakure. She was guarded by her most trusted men, Ao and Chojuro. Mei stood up, addressing Minato. "Hokadano, please excuse me as I want to go down there to greet our village benefactor." "Ao, Chojuro, please come with me." "Yes, Mizukage-sama," they replied in unison. Minato nodded. "Please go ahead, Mizukage-dano." Mei walked down to the arena, and everyone was surprised to see a appealing woman like the Mizukage engaging with the proctor and newly promoted Jonin, Naruto. They were even more surprised when she personally thanked Naruto for his significant help in freeing their village of Kirigakure from the tyrant Yagura. "Hi Naruto, long time no see. How are you?" Mei asked. Naruto smiled. "Long time no see indeed, Mei-sama. I've been well. Welcome to Konoha. I hope you are enjoying your stay here." "Good to see you as well, Osen Chojuro-san." "We are fine, Naruto-san. Thank you for freeing us from Yagura," Ao and Chojuro said, bowing. "Don't worry about it, it's all good," Naruto replied. "Would you like to grab a bite after the finals, Naruto? I'd love to have your company." "Your girlfriends are welcome to join us as well," Mei suggested. "Of course, we'd love to. Right, girls?" Naruto asked. "Yes," his girlfriends chimed in. Mei smiled. "We'll see later then. Haku-chan, do your best in the finals and make Kiri proud, alright? You girls too, show everyone that we are proud and strong kunoichi." "Hi, Mei-sama," they responded enthusiastically. Mei and her guards returned to the Kage booth, and the finals began. Next match, Hyuga Niji vs Yuzuke's Menma, begin. Naruto announced. Menma charged and threw a kunai. Niji smirked at the lone kunai, but before he could dodge, Menma performed hand seals. "Kunai kage bunshin no jutsu." Menma called out. "Juken, Kaiten." Niji countered, rotating rapidly as the thrown kunai bounced off him. Niji smirked, thinking about Naruto's strength. Naruto has his chakra veins clogged but still managed to become stronger than even the 4th Mizukage and Orochimaru. That's why I have nothing but respect for him. You and your sister, on the other hand, are nothing but spoiled and arrogant brats. Good thing Naruto left your family, or I might hate to see him turn into you too." Minato, Kushina, Kakashi, Jiraiya, and Tsunade frowned at Niji's words. Menma and Naruto gritted their teeth, while the audience gasped at the boldness of a genin provoking the Hokage's family. "This is the first time I heard Niji say he respects someone," Tenten exclaimed. "Before, all we heard from him was about fate. I guess Naruto's battle with Orochimaru and his sudden Jonin promotion changed his mindset. So youthful. Naruto-kun is the leader of our generation." Lee shouted. "That's right, Lee. But you shouldn't give up. You must train hard and show everyone your flames of youth." Guy added. "Yes, sensei." Lee replied, and the two hugged each other, tears in their eyes, creating a scene that nearly overwhelmed the spectators. "Make it stop. Somebody help me please," cried one spectator. "Back to the fight," Menma shouted. "You will pay for what you said, Hyuga. Taju kage bunshin no jutsu, x50. Rasengan." Menma attacked with his 50 shadow clones, all wielding Rasengan. Niji's expression turned grim, knowing the danger of the jutsu created by the Yondaime Hokage. "Juken, Kaiten." Niji activated his clan's ultimate taijutsu defense, destroying 30 shadow clones. However, his chakra was not as vast compared to the Kyuubi's Jinchuriki. After destroying 10 more clones, Niji stopped the Kaiten and began attacking with Juken, targeting Menma's chakra points. Niji took down another 5 clones before he was hit in his blind spot, sending him flying and unconscious. Menma, furious, aimed to finish Niji, but Naruto intervened just in time to save him. "Don't interfere, Naruto. I will kill him," Menma shouted. Naruto sighed. "If you want to become a Chunin, then you should first work on your attitude. You are quick to lose composure and easy to rile up. The Chunin position means responsibility, maturity, and respect. If you want to get promoted, change that arrogant attitude of yours. Don't copy a certain Uchiha, or do you want to get stuck in the genin rank? Consider this advice from a jonin of Konoha. Minato and Kushina smiled at Naruto's brotherly advice, even if he didn't mean it as such. Naruto pouted but then smiled at her brother's comment. Naruto's girlfriends felt proud of him, holding back the urge to rush down and shower him with affection. Menma left the arena, frustrated that he couldn't finish Niji. Winner, Yuzuke's Menma. Naruto announced. Next match, Aburame Shino vs Yamanaka Ino. Begin. Shino attacked first, releasing a swarm of insects from his sleeves. Beetle charge, he commanded. Ino swiftly countered, Shurgan. She vanished and stabbed Shino in his left shoulder, but he had anticipated her move. Shino turned black, scattering into a swarm of bugs. He reappeared behind Ino, continuing his assault. Beetle prison sphere, he declared, attempting to trap Ino in a dome of insects. But Ino was already gone, having escaped the bug prison jutsu. She was seen again a few meters behind Shino. Ino, Renkyaku, Ran, Storm Leg, Tempest. Ino created more than 30 air blades with her kicks and attacked Shino. He tried to defend himself but was overwhelmed by the sheer number and sharpness of the air blades, which cut through some of his bugs. A thick smoke formed in the arena due to Ino's offense. As the smoke slowly cleared, the spectators were shocked to see an unconscious Shino with only minor injuries. Naruto, winner, Yamanaka Ino. Good job, Ino-chan. Ino hugged him. Thank you, Nair. What's my reward? Naruto smiled and kissed Ino on the lips in front of everyone, earning the jealousy of his other girlfriends and the crowd. After their moment, Ino returned to the finalists' stand with a wide grin. Sakura and Hinata felt a pang of jealousy that Ino got to share such a moment with Naruto, especially Sakura, given their history as former friends. Ino had taken a step in her relationship with Naruto, yet she still hadn't reached the next level. Naruto, Nara Shikamaru vs Sabaku Temari. Begin. As the two genin took their fighting stances, Temari swung her battle fan. A strong gust of wind hit Shikamaru, throwing him against the arena wall. Shikamaru, groaning that hurt, "You barbaric woman." Temari heard him mumble and a tick mark appeared on her forehead. Temari, you're dead, Nara. Futon, whirlwind jutsu. An even stronger wind blew through the arena, forming a small tornado. The proctor, Naruto, immediately kept his distance, but poor Shikamaru, the target of the jutsu, struggled to keep his feet on the ground as he was essikiri into the tornado. While trying to protect himself, Temari fired another jutsu. Temari, here's more, Nara. Futon, wind cannon. Naruto, his girlfriends, and Kushina widened their eyes as they watched Temari unleash her fury. Naruto's girls, Kushina, Tima-chan/Timasis/daughter-in-law is scary. Shikamaru's eyes widened as he realized he was in trouble. He looked at Naruto. Shikamaru, this is your doing, isn't it? Naruto nodded. And you, Naruto? Ino, clapping her hands, may you find peace, Shikamaru. Shikamaru was hit by the wind cannon, crashing into the wall and losing consciousness. Naruto, winner, Sabaku Temari. Everyone who knew how brilliant the Naras were was dumbstruck. They couldn't believe that the sand Kunoichi had easily defeated one of the most intelligent Naras in Konoha's history. To lose so quickly without having a chance to strategize was mind-blowing. They heard him shout Naruto's name before being sent flying, finally connecting the dots. It was Naruto who had trained his girlfriends during their month of training and likely taught them his advanced taijutsu. Many began to plot ways to kidnap the girls or threaten them by taking their families hostage when Naruto sensed the lingering negative aura in the air and released a small amount of his presence to intimidate the schemers. Naruto, still releasing his aura. Hey, did no one tell you that after my fight with Orochimaru, I can sense negative emotions using my advanced observation haki? Anger, sadness, even your attempted plot to kidnap my girlfriends to threaten me into teaching you my abilities? Forget it. Before I taught them my skills, I drew 3 types of protection seals on their bodies to prevent my teachings from being learned by a third party. The first seal, no Dojutsu can copy them. No matter if it's Sharingan or other Dijitsu, it's useless. Even Sasuke and Kakashi failed to copy it. The second seal prevents any mind-reading abilities from invading their memory banks. I have only given my consent to Inoichi-san as he is family, but even he has the same seals as my girls. The third seal, if some jutsu manages to bypass the first two seals, all information about the techniques I taught them will be automatically erased from their memories. Even Fuinjutsu is no exception. So even if you kidnap them or their family members, they cannot teach it to you as it is still under the protection of the third seal. So you better give up, you fools. The would-be kidnappers gritted their teeth. If there was a chance to learn the techniques, they would need a seal MSTR to decipher them. Many of those plotting the kidnapping turned their heads to the fourth Hokage, Kushina, and Jiraiya, as they were the only high-level seal answers left. Naruto shook his head, thinking, really, they are all fools. For the next round, will Uchiha Sasuke and Sabaku Gaara come down, please? Gaara appeared via Sand Shunshin, but Sasuke had yet to show up. Sasuke had been training with Kakashi over the past month, likely learning new ninjutsu to add to his arsenal against Gaara. Naruto, sighing, this Hatake Kakashi really is an irresponsible teacher, always late. He even teaches his students his always late jutsu. The Kages, two Sannin, Kushina, and everyone laughed at this, even the students of Team 7, who felt embarrassed because it was true. Then, a spinning wind with leaves appeared in the middle of the arena, revealing Hatake Kakashi and Uchiha Sasuke. Naruto, almost didn't make it, huh? Sasuke. HN, like I can get disqualified for not coming on time. I'm an Uchiha and elite. Kakashi, sorry, a herd of bulls was damaging an old man's farm and we had to help, Naruto, don't add any more comments, let's just start. Gaara vs Sasuke, begin. Kakashi jumped to leave and went to the spectator's seat next to his other students, Naruto and Sakura. Gaara took action first, Sand rose beside him and charged at Sasuke. Sasuke remained calm, applying chakra to his feet and moving faster than usual, though not as fast as Saru or Shunshin. He charged at Gaara while avoiding his sand attacks. Sasuke, Kennen, Fireball Jutsu. A thick wall of sand rose to block the fireball, and upon contact, it exploded, sending hot sand flying everywhere. Without giving Sasuke time to get close, Gaara raised 4 sand columns and attacked Sasuke from different directions, preventing his escape. Sasuke, Doton, hiding like a mole jutsu. Sasuke disappeared into the ground. Gaara, it's useless, Uchiha. Sand eruption. Sand exploded from underground, bringing Sasuke to the surface with a painful expression. Kakashi, W, what the hell? When did Gaara become this calm? And did he get even stronger than before? Ino, yes, Kakashi-sensei. You're right about Gaara. Haku, in the month of our training, Gaara would sometimes visit us for pointers and sparring. He always picked Naruto-kun as his partner. He would patiently give Gaara advice to help him attain peace of mind and not be influenced by Shikaku. Temari, he also helped us siblings fix our broken relationship. Oh, he can draw 100% of Shikaku's power without losing his mind after Narukoi fixed his seal. Menma, he did all that in 1 month? Ino, yes, he did all that in 1 month. Naruko, he knows a secret that can help a Jinchuriki draw 100% of the Biju's power without a drawback? Temari, according to Naru, the answer is simple and not really a secret. But both he and Gaara won't tell us what, so who knows? Kushina, what level is he in? Fuinjutsu? Haku, he mentioned before that he read some books about Fuinjutsu because he was bored. After a few years of trial and error, he reached the level 10 seal MSTR level. The people beside them were awestruck by Naruto's achievements. Their faith in him reached new heights. In the arena, Sasuke, this will defeat you. Tsunori. Sasuke charged with a lightning blade in his hands. Guy's eyes widened when he recognized the jutsu, unable to believe Kakashi would teach his personal jutsu to an inexperienced genin. Gaara, Suna Shigure, sand drizzle. Sasuke was showered by sand bullets, but with his speed, he avoided all the sand coming his way. Sasuke, smirk, I win. Chidori. Gaara, I don't think so. Sand pit. Sasuke's footing softened and turned into sand, dragging him down. He panicked and tried to apply chakra to his feet to stay above the sand. But Gaara pointed at Sasuke, and the sand moved to bind his body, arms, legs, and neck, dragging him underground. After 30 seconds without any signs of surfacing, Naruto made his move. He clenched his fists and touched the ground. Naruto, brace yourselves for impact. I will bring the Uchiha back. Rokugan, Six King Gun. A powerful shockwave was released from his fists, destroying half of the arena. With his observation haki, Naruto ensured not to accidentally harm the last loyal Uchiha. Sasuke was still alive thanks to Naruto's timely rescue. The audience was speechless after witnessing the aftermath of Naruto's technique and the loss of their precious Uchiha. The one who was shocked the most was Naruto's former family. The destruction was beyond anything they had seen. If there was a taijutsu strong enough to rival its ferocity and destructiveness, it was Might Guy's Hashiman Tonko, 8 Inner Gates. Uno Tamari, as expected of you, babe, too strong. Naruto smiled and waved at them before calling for the medic. Naruto, medic. Come and take Uchiha Sasuke to the hospital. Winner, Sabakugar. Sakura, what? But he almost killed Sasuke-kun. Naruto, so what? This is a battle, not a sparring. Killing is allowed. Just be thankful that I saved the Uchiha. The girlfriends and other kunoichi shook their heads in disappointment at Sakura. Kushina laughed heartily. Kushina, Kakashi, you taught your genin not only your prized ninjutsu but also your tardiness, only to lose and almost die. Everyone laughed at the now embarrassed Jonin, who wished for a hole to hide in. Gaara walked in and joined the others in the competitor's box with his usual emotionless face. Naruto, Yuzakaze Menma vs Momochi Yuki Haku, please come down. Menma jumped and spun in the air before landing in the middle of the arena, and the Konoha audience cheered for him. Civilian 1, Menma, beat her. I'm betting on you. Civilian 2, show everyone why Konoha is the strongest of the 5 great villages. Menma's fangirls cheered, go Menma-kun. Menma smirked, his arrogance surpassing even Sasuke's. Minato and Kushina shook their heads in disappointment. Minato, I apologize for my people's behavior, Mizukage-sama. They are just unaware of your presence and some lack humility. It seems my wife and I failed to teach our son some values and good manners. May, it's alright, Hokage-sama. It's normal to be excited on a day like today. After all, it is a special occasion. Minato, thank you, Mizukage-sama. In the arena, Haku arrived but did not stand across from Menma. Instead, she went to greet Naruto and gave him a quick kiss. The male audience threw curses at Naruto while the females squealed. Ino and Temari felt a pang of jealousy, wishing they had done the same before their fights. They exchanged knowing smiles, understanding each other's thoughts. In the Kage box, Jiraiya scribbled furiously in his notebook, considering the moment great research material. Minato's sweat dropped while Tsunade and Mei glared at the Toad Sage's antics. Gore, are you here to fight or flirt? Haku, pouting, what's your problem? I'm just greeting my boyfriend. Are you jealous? Naruto, chuckling, it's okay my dear. We'll continue after the exam. For now, let's not anger the authorities and the audience, alright? He kissed her back. Haku, giggling, hee hee, alright. Haku let go of Naruto and returned to her position, focusing on her opponent. Naruto, begin. Menma, snorting, humph, Naruto may have taught you for a month, but I was trained by 2 legendary shinobi, my father and godfather. And I don't think you learned more of his taijutsu than Ino, so you'll lose this match. In the competitor's box, Ino, Temari, and Gaara chuckled, catching the attention of their fellow genins. Shino, what's wrong you 3? Ino, smiling, sure, Haku learned the same taijutsu as us, but hers is twice as powerful. Temari, giggling, I pity her opponent for underestimating her. Shikamaru, troublesome, that Naruto sure is not holding back when teaching his girls. In the arena, Haku sighed, such a loud and talkative person. Let's just begin, shall we? Sir Shurgon. Haku vanished in a speed that left the civilian audience shocked. She reappeared in front of Menma, stabbing him in the shoulder with Shurgon, stunning everyone. But it was a Kage Bunshin. Naruto, oh that's brilliant. But not enough to scare my Haku. Two Menma clones appeared behind Haku and threw shurikens. Menma, Ninpu, Shuriken Kage Bunshin. The thrown shurikens multiplied into 20, forming a net that left Haku with no escape. Calm and confident from her training with Naruto, Haku responded. Haku, Futon, great breakthrough. A strong wind blew the shurikens back at Menma. He took a kunai and parried them effortlessly, but his back was wide open, and Haku seized the opportunity. She appeared behind him, performing hand seals so quickly that even some Chunins struggled to follow. Haku, Swaden, 100 water senbons. The moisture in the air transformed into 100 light blue water senbons that rained down on Menma, turning him into a human cactus. Kushina, Menma, Mugo, brother. Genin/sensei? Oh no. In the Kage box, Minato, Menma. Mei, oh my god. Everyone was in disbelief that someone had the audacity to turn the Hokage's son into a live cactus. The crowd also felt discontent towards Naruto for allowing his girlfriend to do such a thing to his brother. Suddenly, a loud roar snapped everyone from their thoughts. Their eyes widened as they saw not Menma, but a reddish human-like figure with 4 tails behind him. The aura he exuded was filled with hatred and malice, reminiscent of the beast that had nearly destroyed their village years ago. Menma, other than my father and godfather who trained me, you are the 3rd person to make me use this form. Congratulations, now it's time for you to face the consequences. Haku, is that so? Come on then, I want to see which is stronger, yours or Yagura's form. Hayatan, Hyoryu, Ice Release, Ice Dragon. Menma growled, controlling one of his tails to attack the ice dragon. Haku skillfully maneuvered her jutsu to avoid the Jinchuriki's tail. The dragon bent and bit his tail, causing Menma to scream in pain. Menma, that hurt. Try and avoid this. The other 3 tails attacked and smashed the ice dragon until it shattered. Menma glared at Haku, but she was no longer in her previous position. She had escaped using Soru. Haku, over here. Renkyaku, Ran, Storm Leg, Tempest. Haku possessed more chakra than Ino, and her Renkyaku, Ran effortlessly tore through Menma's hybrid form, cutting through his 4 tails like they were butter. When the dust settled, Menma was seen lying unconscious on the ground. Naruto, winner, Momochi Yuki Haku. Haku became the first to enter the finals, and Materumi was thrilled that her shinobi was performing so well in the Chunin exam. As Mizukage, she felt immense pride. Minato and Jiraiya, however, were shocked. They had spent a month training Menma to be ready to fight his older brother, only for him to lose to his girlfriend instead. Does this mean that Naruto is a better teacher than them? How shameful this is. Like with Ino, Naruto also gave Temari and Haku a kiss on the lips after winning their matches. Roars of jealousy were heard, and no longer just screams. Women wished they were in their positions. Zabuza smiled. Congratulations, Haku. Haku hugged him. Thank you, Dad. Will Yamanaka Ino and Sabaka Temari come down, please? Naruto called out. Jiraiya frowned. To think that there's only one Konoha shinobi left in this exam, and what's worse is that all 4 of them remaining have connections and were trained by Naruto. After this Chunin exam is over, our names will be remembered as some of the most ineffective teachers who couldn't even bring their students to the exam finals. The minute. The spectators of the Chunin exam, including the daimyo of Fire, Water, and Wind Country, noticed the same thing as Jiraiya. They recognized the name Kaido Naruto, who trained 4 shinobi, none of whom were clan heirs like the son of the 4th Hokage, qualifying for the finals. In the arena, Ino said, I guess I will need a weapon to even the odds. From her storage seal that Naruto had given her, Ino brought out a black WHP made from a material known as chakra metal. If she applied chakra to it, her elements would coat the WHP, enhancing her offensive and defensive attacks. Seeing that Ino was ready, Temari fired the opening shot. Futon, Wind Scythe. A lethal wind formed and flew toward Ino, fast and deadly, promising to cut her in half. Doton, Mobile Core. Ino commanded as the ground beneath her sank 5 meters, saving her from being bisected. The wind scythe passed just above her. Ino jumped to the surface and ran toward Temari. Katan, fire WHP. Ino had 2 elemental affinities, earth and fire, reflecting her fiery and headstrong personality. Her weapon was now covered in flames, and as she swung her WHP, Temari felt the heat splitting her body. "That's some heat, Ino-chan," Temari exclaimed. The battle continued for 20 more minutes, with the 2 kunoichi exchanging jutsu, clashing weapons, and using rokushiki taijutsu. They both fell simultaneously from chakra exhaustion and fatigue. Naruto smiled at the progress of his girls and felt proud of them. "As the 2 are unable to continue fighting, I declare this match a draw," he announced. Naruto then stated, "We will have a 15-minute break before we start the final match." He took his leave to check on Ino and Temari, accompanied by Haku. On their way to the hospital, the Toad Sage Jiraiya blocked their path. Naruto and Haku frowned, clearly not pleased with the old man's approach. "What do you want, Toad Sannin Jiraiya? This better be something important for you to block us," Naruto said. Jiraiya nodded. "Naruto, my boy, I'll go straight to the point. Can you teach us, Tsunade, your family, and me your taijutsu? We promise that whatever you want we will give to you. Strong summons, Fuinjutsu books, S-rank ninjutsu and genjutsu, even your family's love and attention. What do you say?" Haku frowned, looking at the desperate Sannin. To think that this was how the old man, known throughout the elemental nations, acted, desperate to learn her man's taijutsu. She was about to release her killing intent when Naruto spoke first. He released a strong, suffocating aura that was so vast and scary that Jiraiya, the Kages, and everyone in the stadium felt suffocated, almost losing consciousness, except for Haku. "Do you think I am still a kid who craves the attention of my so-called family? I already know a long time ago that they don't think of me as one of them, and to be honest, I'm fine with it. Now, I have 3 women who love and respect me. I have the 3rd Hokage, Iruka-sensei, and the Ichiraku family treating me as family. Soon, I will have 4 students to teach. So spare me the words about family attention and love, because I have already obtained it, and it's not from you people." Haku smiled, feeling proud of her boyfriend. This was what she liked about Naruto: fearless, proud, and strong but with a heart. Naruto cancelled his killing intent, and the 2 walked out, leaving Jiraiya on his knees, still feeling the heavy pressure. Naruto arrived at the hospital where his 2 girlfriends were being treated. The staff greeted him with smiles, and he returned the gesture. Haku giggled and decided to tease him. "You are quite popular, Naru, and most of them are women too. Now I'm jealous." "Stop teasing me, Haku-chan. I may greet them, but my heart already belongs to you, Ino and Temari. I will love you girls in a special way." Haku hugged him and kissed his cheek. "Oh, we love you too, my love, forever and ever. That's a promise." "Thank you, sweetie," Naruto replied. Upon arriving in Ino and Temari's room, he found that they didn't have many injuries, just chakra exhaustion and fatigue. With Isabu's approval, Naruto shared his chakra with them and helped heal them. After they were back to full strength, Naruto was about to suggest returning to the arena together when the 3 girls jumped on him, showering him with affection. Girls, while I appreciate this, don't forget that Haku still has a match against Gaara, and we only have 5 minutes left," Naruto said. Ino smirked. 5 minutes, huh? Then let's make it quick. Ladies." Haku and Temari smiled in agreement. Naruto was confused about what his girlfriends wanted to do. What are you doing?" The 3 girls didn't answer as they continued to tease him. "Ladies, please. We're in the hospital, what if someone hears us?" he protested, but they were undeterred. Just then, Menma and Naruko returned to their seats, their faces flushed. Kushina noticed and asked, "What's wrong, you 2? I thought you went to find your brother. Why are your faces so red? Did something happen?" Menma and Naruko hesitated but decided to share what they had witnessed in the hospital. The audience erupted in shock, especially the Hokages, Kushina, and Team 7 to 10, as they listened to the twins' account. Even Meiterumi's face turned as red as Kushina's hair. In the audience, both men and women were filled with jealousy. Is that true, Ino? Sakura asked, still blushing. Of course. Haku Temari and I love our man. We'll do anything to make him happy, Ino replied proudly. Sakura and the other girls were taken aback by Ino's boldness, feeling a mix of admiration and jealousy. Temari added, if only we had more time, we could have finished what we started. Haku reassured her, it's okay, Temari. We can have more time after the Chunin exam. In the crowd, the men glared at Naruto, while the women squealed in excitement. Jiraiya chimed in, do you girls want to star in my Ika book? If it sells well, you can share the profits. The crowd cheered, please say yes. We will buy them. Naruto's expression darkened as he released a powerful aura, causing everyone to tremble in fear. Oh ho! So it's not just Jiraiya, but all of you want to read about us, huh? Well then, those who want to step forward, please do. Jiraiya, sensing the danger, quickly shook his head. No. Good, I'm sorry. The crowd echoed their apologies, and Kushina and Tsunade exchanged annoyed glances before scolding Jiraiya. Don't corrupt them again, perverted toad, they said in unison. Naruto scoffed and released his aura. In the arena, he announced, Sabaka Gaara vs Momochi Yuki Haku, please come down to the arena. Gaara used Sand Shunshin to appear in the middle of the arena, while Haku used Saru to position herself close to Naruto. She gave him a quick kiss before returning to her spot. Naruto smiled, ready to begin the final match. For the last match of the Chunin exam, we have Gaara vs Haku. If you two are ready, then begin. Let's do our best, Gaara-kun, Haku said. Gaara nodded, and like in his previous fight, he controlled his sand to rise and charge at Haku. She remained calm, observing the sand as it approached. Just before it reached her, she created an ice shield to protect herself and stop the momentum of the attack. Rain of icicles! Haku shouted, launching her counterattack. She then fought back and waved hand seals. The air above the open arena grew colder until floating icicles formed. Haku made the sharp, levitating icicles rain down on Gaara. Gaara raised his hands, palms open. Sand roof! A massive column of sand rose to shield him from the sharp ice. The audience cheered loudly at the collision of the two powerful ninjutsu. Sand and ice, two formidable Kekkai Genkai, clashed right before their eyes, and the crowd's excitement grew. Sueten, raging waves! Haku called out as she ran toward Gaara, unleashing a large wave of water from her mouth. Gaara frowned, realizing he was at a disadvantage if she continued to use her water ninjutsu. A wall of sand rose between him and the raging waves, becoming wet and difficult to control. But Gaara still had an ace up his sleeve, Shikaku and his chakra. Now able to draw 100% of the Ichibi's chakra without losing his mind, he felt confident in his chances. Sand tsunami! A giant wave of sand rose higher than the arena roof, surging toward Haku. She felt a surge of nerves but remembered her training under Naruto and her father. Kage Bunshin no Jutsu. As the sand tsunami towered over her, Haku created a shadow clone and hid underground. Only a few onlookers noticed her clever maneuver, including Naruto. When the sand tsunami passed and receded, Haku emerged from underground, appearing behind the breathing Gaara. He was shocked that she had survived one of his strongest jutsu. Kirigakure no Jutsu. A thick mist enveloped the entire arena, disrupting the senses of every sensor shinobi present. Gaara tried to calm himself, but with limited visibility, he was an open target. In the month of training they had, Haku learned Rokushiki Taijutsu from Naruto and Kirigakure no Jutsu and Silent Killing from Zabuza. Though she wasn't MSTR of Silent Killing yet, her experience as a nuke-nin alongside Zabuza made her a formidable opponent. Suddenly, two flying senbons shot toward Gaara's neck. He noticed the shiny objects just as they entered his vision and controlled the sand to rise, stopping the senbons just in time. But before he could counterattack, he heard Haku's voice. Hayaton, Ice Mirror Prison Dome. Ice mirrors formed and encased Gaara in a dome. The Kirigakure no Jutsu was still active, leaving him blind and vulnerable. With the sand tsunami jutsu he had used, he was low on chakra but recovering thanks to Shikaku. Gaara, use your sand cocoon to take cover. You won't survive this attack if you get hit. Shikaku warned. Gaara nodded, manipulating his sand to form a protective cocoon around him. But Haku was quick to act. I won't let you. Renkyaku ran. Gaara panicked as incoming air blades approached. Feeling his chakra recover slightly, he acted swiftly. Shikaku no Tate. Another group of sand rose, forming a mini Shikaku doll around him inside the sand cocoon. The countless air blades rained down, striking the Shikaku no Tate. The sharpness easily cracked the sand jutsu, and after a few seconds, it was destroyed, leaving only the sand cocoon protecting Gaara. Haku, Kage Bunshin no Jutsu. Suiton, Suryuden no Jutsu. Clone Haku unleashed her water dragon jutsu, which grew as large as when Zabuza fought Kakashi, thanks to the moisture from the Kirigakure no Jutsu. The two powerful Suiton jutsu attacked the sand cocoon, quickly turning it into mud. As the sand protecting Gaara vanished, the audience erupted in cheers. Gaara was forced into a corner? Unbelievable! Kankuro exclaimed, shocked. Naruto smiled at Haku's progress. In just 1 month, she was already holding her own against a perfect Jinchuriki like Gaara. During that time, Gaara and Shikaku had bonded, and Shikaku had stopped showing hostility, allowing Gaara to access his powers without fear. Let me use your move, darling. I trained hard for this, Haku said, preparing her next attack. Tekai, Goken. Haku appeared in front of Gaara, who was clearly shocked and didn't expect her to be so close. She delivered a powerful punch to his stomach. Gaara winced, feeling the impact, and fell to one knee before collapsing entirely. A few seconds of silence passed in the stadium before a loud cheer erupted. The match is over. Naruto had a wide grin on his face. His girlfriend won the finals of the Chunin exam and became the last woman standing. The match is over. The winner for the finals of the Chunin exam is Momochi Yuki Haku. Congratulations! Naruto announced, and everybody cheered for the appealing ice user. Her HRM sisters, Ino and Temari, rushed to hug her and congratulate her before Temari went to see her little brother. In the stands, the members of Team 7 frowned, unable to accept the outcome, especially Sasuke. In the Kage box, Meitarumi and her bodyguards wore big smiles. Zabuza joined them, and they congratulated each other for having a strong kunoichi in Kiri. In the arena, Haku received a kiss from Naruto, igniting everyone's jealousy. Haku felt like she was on cloud 9, blessed to know and be in love with Naruto. Zabuza, Mei, and her guards jumped down to congratulate Haku. Zabuza looked at his adopted daughter, grinning. Congratulations, Muzum, for being the last one standing. You've become a lot stronger since the day I met you. Thank you, father, Haku replied, hugging him. It became possible because of you and Naruto, so thank you. Naruto, Mei, and the others smiled at them. Then Mei suggested they go out to celebrate, confident that Naruto and the others would also get promoted, especially Haku since she is her Mizukage. Naruto and his girlfriends happily accepted the invitation and left the arena, expecting a buffet for a job well done. Time skip, 2 days later. 2 days after the Chunin exam ended, the Mizukage and the Suna councilmen decided it was time to return to their village. Haku and Temari felt emotional about being separated from their beloved boyfriend and HRM sister. They didn't want to go home and were unsure when they would meet again. It's okay, girls. I promise I will visit you every day if you want me to, Naruto reassured them. Don't forget that I am a level 10 seal MSTR and have mstread the Hiration. Since I have already marked you with my Hiration mark, I can just teleport to where you are anytime. I can also bring Ino-chan with me, and we can have a party, if you get what I mean. Haku and Temari stopped feeling sad and grinned. Zabuza, Mei, and the Suna elder exchanged glances, thinking about how much Haku and Temari had changed since knowing Naruto. Girlfriends hugged him and made him promise to visit them every day if he and Ino didn't have any missions. Naruto smiled genuinely before promising them. The two girls felt reassured and left with their respective groups, smiling. Ino hugged Naruto before they turned to leave, But then an Umbu appeared and informed them that they were being called by the Hokage. Hokage Tower. When they opened the door and entered, they noticed that it wasn't just them in the room. Menma was also there. Naruto sensed some people hiding behind Minato through genjutsu. Kushina-san, Jiraiya, and Tsunade are here but hiding. Looks like Blonde Cage wants to promote both Ino and Menma, but wants more than that from me, I guess. Naruto narrowed his eyes at the corner where the three were hiding. Minato and the others noticed his gaze and grew nervous. Ino saw her boyfriend looking at the corner behind the Hokage and asked, what's wrong? Why are you looking over there? It's nothing, dear. I just thought I saw a really big bug flying over there, but now it's gone, Naruto replied with a smile. Ino giggled. A big bug, you say? It probably ran after seeing my boyfriend's scary glare. The four sighed in relief that Naruto didn't reveal what he noticed to Ino. However, the problem now was that he knew they were spying on them. Minato tried to hide his nervousness and proceeded to the main topic. He gave Ino and Menma the promotions they deserved for their performance in the Chunin exam, presenting them with their Chunin vests, light green for both Ino and Menma, and dark green for Naruto as he was a Jonin. Ino-san, Menma, you two can leave now. Naruto, please stay, Minato said. Ino and Menma replied, hi. Ino kissed Naruto and said, I'll wait for you at the Ichiraka ramen shop. Naruto smiled and nodded as Ino left the room. Son, won't you return to the family now? You've been away from us for 5 years, and we really miss you, Minato said. Naruto looked at him without emotion. This talk again? How long are you going to pretend that you don't understand what I'm saying? I don't want to return to your family. I am not treated as family before, and I'm okay with it. I am already more than happy with what I have today. I have 3 appealing and caring women who love me dearly and treat me as someone special. Now, let this attempt to bring me back to your family be the last. Goodbye. Naruto, please. Minato pleaded, but Naruto continued to leave. Behind Minato, Kushina and the 2 Sannin appeared, with Kushina wearing a sad expression. Jiraiya, we really failed and disappointed him greatly. Tsunade, Sais can't blame him for acting like that. We are the reason he was neglected in the first place. Minato notices that Kushina is sobbing. He stands up and hugs his wife to comfort her. Minato, Kushi-chan, what's wrong? Why are you crying? Kushina, our baby boy hates us. What should we do, Minakuin? Minato, I don't know, Han, I really don't know. But to comfort you, I say that Naruto doesn't hate you, just me and Jiraiya-sensei. He said after defeating Orochimaru that he will only teach his techniques to you and his important people. He considers you one of his important people, Kushi-chan. So don't waste it and always be there for him. Kushina looks at her husband and asks if what he said is true. Minato nods. Kushina, I will, I promise. Chapter 43, The Civilian Council's Plan. Naruto and Ino are in the park, cuddling. As Ino sits in Naruto's lap, the people who see the couple exchanging sweet words blush and giggle at their affection. Ino, giggles, you sure are romantic, lover boy. I hope it's not just in words, though. Naruto, you want me to show you what I can do, my pretty lily? Ino, smirking, do it if you dare, my handsome dragon. Just as Naruto leans forward to kiss Ino, an Umbu appears with a message, making the lovers stop and frown. Umbu, Kaido, Naruto-san, the council requires your presence. Naruto, confused, the council? Now what do those old fogies want? Umbu, I don't know, I was only sent to inform you. Now that I have completed my job, I will return. The Umbu shunshin away, leaving the couple still cuddling. Naruto, sighs, I should go, Ino-chan. I really don't like going there and leaving you behind. I know. Why don't you come with me too? Please? Ino, I don't want to. Shikamaru once said that his father told him that attending the council meetings is too troublesome. Especially those civilian council members and the Hokage advisors who think they are above the Hokage and can command him and the shinobi. Thick faces. Naruto, laughing, typical Naras. Well, I should go now. I'll see you later, my love. Naruto and Ino kiss before he shunshin away. In the Hokage's office, Minato is informed about the meeting organized by the counselors. He summons an Umbu and orders him to get Kushina and Tsunade, as they are also representatives for the Uzumaki and Senju clans, respectively. Minato also informs Jiraiya to be there as a witness, as he feels that the meeting isn't something simple. Jiraiya agrees. Meeting room. The Hokage, clan leaders, advisors, the civilian counselors, and Jiraiya are present. Naruto opens the door and stands before them. Naruto, greetings, Hokage-sama and the council members. May I know why I am summoned? Minato, alright, tell me who requested this meeting and for what purpose. Konoha, an elder and one of the 3 Hokage advisors, raises her hand and speaks. Konoha, it was us, Hokage-sama. Since Kaido Naruto has been disowned on his 8th birthday, Minato and Kushina frown. We want to put him under the Clan Restoration Act. Hamura, another advisor, you can also become a clan leader of the Kaido clan and have multiple wives. It's legal. Minato, Kushina, Hiruzen, and the 2 Sannin dislike these old customs. They often act as if they are the Kage of Konoha. Minato looks at Kushina, who is shaking and ready to confront the old advisors for wanting to turn her son into a mere baby machine, when Naruto speaks up. Naruto, that's a tempting offer, what's the catch? This time, Mabuki Haruno speaks up. Mabuki, the catch is that we will choose who you will be paired with. Aside from Miss Yamanaka Ino, I want my daughter and your teammate, Sakura, as one of your wives. Without a second thought, Naruto responds quickly, surprising them. Naruto, rejected, denied, overruled, disallowed, vetoed. Sakura is a devoted fangirl of Uchiha Sasuke, so it's impossible. Secondly, she doesn't take her shinobi career seriously and always chases after the last Uchiha like a loyal dog. She follows ridiculous diet trends, which hinder her growth and ability to function as a proper shinobi. All in all, hate. Fangirls. Anyway, why are you the one suggesting this CRA thing? You are not the Hokage, only advisors and civilian counselors. I am a shinobi, and I fall under the authority of the Hokage and the Shinobi Council. The Civilian Council's job is to ensure that the economy of Konoha is thriving and that civilians are treated fairly. It is not your job to interfere in shinobi matters. I hope you understand where you stand. The Hokage, clan heads, and Jiraiya smile, proud of this kid. He has the makings of a Hokage, clever, knows what he is doing, and can fight the political battles against these civilian council members. Meanwhile, the civilians and advisors grit their teeth, wishing they had the power to silence this Kaido brat. Minato, this meeting is a waste of time, the clan heads agree. Naruto, you can leave now. Oh, that's... Then I shall take my leave. Later, everyone. Oh, a piece of advice to you, Hokage-sama. It's time to clean your backyard. You can start by firing your advisors and the civilian counselors, as they are doing more harm than good to the village. They think they can control the Hokage, when it should be the other way around. They believe they can command the shinobi, but that doesn't fall under their authority. Shinobi and Umbu first follow the Hokage, then the Shinobi Council, Umbu Commander, and lastly the Civilian Council. Anyone who follows their commands first must be strictly punished. What I'm saying is, grow a backbone, Hokage-sama. After Naruto gave his suggestion and advice, the shinobi side laughed and felt proud of him. Especially Kushina, who couldn't hold back her laughter, mocking the opposing sides. Minato felt pride for his disowned son, and regretted his previous decision to disown him. The civilian side and the 2 advisors shouted their disagreements. The room was filled with screams from the civilian council and laughter from Kushina, Jiraiya, and Tsunade. Then it came. Naruto released his king's haki, stopping the annoying voices, and began to morph into his golden dragon hybrid form. He grew taller and more muscular, sprouting 2 horns from his head. 2 golden dragon scales appeared on his arms and head, his legs bent and took on an animal-like appearance. 4 long canine fangs protruded from his mouth, and he grew a long, thick golden dragon tail capable of snapping a thick tree branch in a single smash. This was the first time he used this form in front of others. He had previously shown it to his girls, Hiruzen, Inoichi, and Zabuza during their month of training. Danzo, the 3rd advisor, who had been quietly watching from the sidelines, along with Minato and the other clan heads, gasped in surprise at Naruto's new form. The civilian counselors were shocked and afraid, trembling as they fell to the floor. This new form of the god of shinobi instilled fear in them. Naruto, in a dragon voice, "Shut up. If you don't shut your mouths, I'll make sure you regret it. Understand?" The civilian council and the advisors nodded furiously, afraid of what he might do if they didn't comply. Naruto, good. Shutting your mouths for once can bring many benefits to the world. One important benefit is that you save our ears from exploding. Now then, I leave their fates to you, Hidesama. Fire them or keep them, it's your choice. Just make sure it's for the good of Konoha. See you all later. Naruto shunshin away to find his appealing girlfriend, Ino. He went to the Ichiraka ramen shop, expecting her to be there, and she was. Naruto explained to Ino what happened in the meeting, especially about the civilian council and the advisor's plan to put him under the CRA. To say that Ino was upset was an understatement. Ino, snapping, they want to make you sleep with many women to multiply your abilities. How dare they? I'll make them regret treating you like a baby factory. Naruto was amused by her reaction and tried to calm her down, assuring her that everything was under control. Ino, Naruto, I won't accept it. Let me at them. Let me at them. Let go of me and you now. Naruto, chuckling, it's really okay, my dear. If they try to push this subject again, it will be their downfall, I promise. Ino, pouting, HMP, fine. As long as you promise. If you don't, then I'll tell this matter to the other sisters. Naruto, gulping, I promise. You know, dear, you sometimes scare me. Ino, smiling, as your future wife, I should have influence and control in the house. Naruto, future wife, huh? I like it. I promise to forever love you, my appealing lily. You, Haku and Temari. Ino, hugging him, and I love you forever and ever as well, my handsome Naru. The couple shared a kiss filled with love and expectations for the future.